Welcome to Dope Check episode 38. We are back in business. The new CDL season is just about to get underway, and we're going to be here with all the drama of the last couple of weeks and all of the spiciest CDL predictions for the upcoming season. We're back with the normal crew. Trey Boy's here. Ace is here back again. The kickoff weekend is coming up in just a couple of days' time. We've got lots to discuss though, because this season on paper there are three teams far better than the rest. Who's going to win it all? Who's going to go down to the wire this season? Who's going to be the underdog surprise pick? We're going to talk about it all with the boys today. Trey, how are we doing? The blonde hair is gone, and we're ready to attack the new year.
Yeah, the blonde hair's gone. Made sure to get rid of that. It was a bad look. It was very bad look. They deemed me an F-boy, and I didn't quite like it. So now I've gone back to as what Ace calls me, Tee-hee boy, which is...
Do you want to make money watching the best Call of Duty players in the world? 1v1 Me is your answer, a platform that allows you to stake on the best players in the world and features leagues across multiple titles, Madden, 2K, UFC, Call of Duty of course, and many more. It's like DraftKings, but for esports. Find the game that you want to stake on, research the players, back the player you think's going to win, and if they win, you win. It's as simple as that. 1v1 Me has paid out nearly $50 million in earnings so far, and they're only just getting started with nearly 200 matches per week that you can stake on. There's always something to get involved in, and every single game is live streamed on the app with real-time referees, so you can be sure nobody is cheating. Anyone can tune in. If you're 18 or over, feel free to get involved with a link in the description box below. 1v1 Me's been doing some great stuff in the Call of Duty space for years now. If this sounds interesting to you, have a look and check them out. Trey broke the stream. Trey was giving his speech. We're back in business. Thank you, chat.
I was giving a good speech. It was, you know, let me try and like rewind it a little bit, you know.
Man, let's push it, baby. Let's push it, man.
No longer blonde. Didn't want to be an F-boy. We're back. COD's back. Everything's fucking great. We're chilling. Everyone's doing great.
Yes.
We got shows coming back Monday and Friday every single time, unless Rab just wants to decide to go golfing randomly or go on holiday again. But listen, you're going if Rab ain't around, me and Ace gonna be around. Remember, every Monday, every Friday, these shows gonna be back. And COD's back. There you go. Hey,
yeah, I've never seen Trey bring that much energy.
Baby. Stream crashed. I'm not the L producer this week. It's Rab who's the L producer this week. Let's go, baby. It's not me. All right. So before anyone comes for my neck, guys, COD is back. I've been busy. I've been, looking at homes, trying to go around, opening new stores, trying to figure out life a little bit coming back to LA. But now it's the time of the year. We got to lock in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The good matches, the bad matches. We're in. COD is back. We got ranked being effed up. We got pros being pissed. We got Kazon being Kazon. We got all the good stuff happening right now, baby. I'm ready for COD to be back. I'm ready for the matches finally. I want to see who's good. I want to see who's bad. I want to see who gets traded. I want to see who gets dropped. We're back in the drama, baby. Dope Check is back. Let's get it.
I'm ready to roast some people this season. There's no doubt about that. Let's get straight into it, baby, because we've got a couple of very interesting announcements to discuss today. One of which being some retirements, some people stepping away from the COD scene. We got this coming out of Sam Phoenix a couple of, a few days ago now, stepping away officially from competitive COD. He's been around the scene for a good while, obviously coaching that Seattle Surge team kind of famously a couple of years ago, stepped up to the plate this year for Vegas Legion. They were still pretty trash, unfortunately, but Phoenix is going away to Overwatch, which is interesting. And, you were talking about this, Ace, quite a few people stepping away as of late from competitive COD. We've seen it in other esports as well. I totally get it. But it's interesting that he's going to Overwatch just because it's also a Microsoft, Activision-owned game. They've switched up their competitive scene a lot over the last 12 months or so, moving back to like a non-franchise model. And clearly there's some optimism around it because you've got guys like Phoenix making a move over there.
I'm going to be honest, Sam is a very passionate guy. He's one of those guys that you like to have around in your camp just because he's always backing you up, always trying to get the best out of you, high energy. So I think it's just that energy he gets is magnetic. Overwatch, whoever, the team he's going to be with there is going to appreciate him a lot. Sad to see him go from COD, but I think it's kind of a little worrisome. It kind of goes into what Trey's been saying for a lot of weeks now, that COD's in a little bit of a dangerous state, that more and more people, players, coaches, staff, personnel are all being kind of removed from the scene. I don't want to see people leaving. I want to see people coming in. I want to see growth. So I don't know. I hate to see him go, but I think there's a bigger picture concern that comes from a move like this, and from a coach who's been in the scene for several years now, through challengers, through the COD League itself. It's a little scary in my eyes.
I mean, coaches, they always get like, I feel like you don't really get many chances as a coach. There's been a few people that, we've said in the past that have probably, stayed a bit longer than they should have. And I think once you've had your opportunities and stuff like that, and Sam's one of those people, who's, and I'm not going to speak on behalf of him and, try and explain what he's done or anything like that, but I feel like he's one of those people that is, no matter where he is in an esport or in life, he's always going to be good to be around and good to have, around other people that are going to, benefit of having him, close by. And he's got a lot of knowledge, especially with like younger players. He's a very good people person. He can definitely help new talent as well. Overwatch, I don't know if it's the right game to go to. I think COD's not in a good spot, and I think Overwatch is probably in a worse spot, in my opinion. And I think in the future, we're going to see Overwatch probably worse off than COD. So, yeah. That's my standpoint on the whole thing.
I think that's fair. I think we can move on. We've got another departure from the competitive COD scene. That's going to be Vickle. Obviously, maybe not the best of friends this show last season with Vickle, but good guy. And he officially stepped away from competing as of yesterday. Pretty interesting what's happened behind the scenes there with Miami, right? Because they come into this new season, they pick up Rencor, which to me was a no-brainer. Obviously, I was gassing him up last year on the show early doors, but he had a good season in challenges. And then they didn't put Rencor on the starting team in their early scrims for some reason. They just kept him on the bench. I was kind of confused as to why. And then shortly afterwards, things started to turn around and they decided that, we are going to put Rencor in, and it was going to be Vickle, who was out of there. And, seemingly he was in a position where he didn't think he was getting a spot back on the starting roster. So he's decided that it makes the most sense to step away. It's kind of sad to see for a player that had, decent success. I thought that he played some, as far as Spanish COD can be winning COD. I thought that Vickle, which isn't really true, but Vickle was, as far as possible, I think one of the key players behind some of their success. Had some decent results over the last couple of years. I think he's got his head screwed on. I mean, even the fact that he can put together a pretty competent sentence and paragraph here is actually quite impressive for a COD pro. So I'm not surprised that he's going to go back to uni and probably kill it with whatever he does next.
And Vickle don't look like someone who's going to use ChatGPT either. He's actually a smart person. Now, if that's me, I'm ChatGPT and the fuck out of that.
I'm saying?
I also wouldn't be putting going back to university to study this. It'd probably be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be broke. It's just gonna be broke. But
go ahead.
It sucks, honestly. It really does. 21 years old. That's young in COD. That's prime. Kick someone else out. That's 27 years old age. You know what I'm saying? But at least he's doing something that I think he was doing beforehand too. And I think he stopped it, and now he's going back to it. I think it just kind of shows which way COD's going in that aspect. It's what I put in our chat earlier. I think what happened was, he doesn't want to. He would prefer being on Miami as a Spanish player, as one of the main guys on a Spanish roster, rather than, go find somewhere else to play or go play challenges for Miami, or on a team like that, and then, let's say he gets a spot on a bottom tier team and he just takes it to still play in the pro league. I don't think that's what, he wants to do. So, as much as we had some bad times, Mr. Vickle, as much as, we had some going back and forth, I hope you kill it in whatever you want to in life.
He gassed us up as well, look. I mean, he says, all the people working in and around the league. Sounds like me. Sounds like Trey.
I think more you want to scroll up to the sentence above that when he says the rivals. I think that's more to us right there.
Yeah, right.
Colleagues, rivals. I think rivals is when he's talking about us. Yeah. I have a few points about Vickle leaving. I think there's a couple things here that should be highlighted. One of them is that Vickle, as far as we know, I mean, if you're familiar with the scene, he comes from a family that's well off, successful. So it really is a matter of opportunity cost. Some players play the game because it's the only thing they have. Some players play the game out of the straight passion of the game. He's one of those guys who literally was playing COD because he loved it. He didn't have to do it in any capacity. So I think this is just the point where the opportunity cost of going back to school, achieving, maybe going back into the family business and kind of going that route doesn't make sense to play than like staying in the Call of Duty League, being on a bottom tier team and pushing that way. Second point, which ties into point one. A fear I've had, and I've mentioned it last season once, I remember bringing it up, was being on a team like Miami, or even let's say the Saudi team, for example. The biggest problem if you're joining that team and trying to stick with that is the other 10, 9, 8 teams are not going to favor you. And say you get dropped from Miami, you're going to have a lot tougher time trying to earn a spot on another team in a different system, different. It's a Spanish team, right? We all know it and consider it a Spanish team. We asked the question to them last season, would you guys be open to having a NA player join your squad? They said yes, but we still haven't seen that happen. I think any player that's from the Spanish scene that goes straight to Heretics, you're almost shooting yourself in the foot, because if you get dropped from that team, I think your opportunities are going to be a lot lessened than, let's say, if you went to a Carolina, or even you go to a Gentlemates, you go to honestly anyone, and prove yourself there. I think you have a lot higher chance of longevity doing that. And I think Vickle, maybe Rencor, maybe Super, maybe any of these guys who are on this team, and even the Saudi team, are going to be, unfortunately, negative examples of what happens when you join a team that's under one umbrella. My last point is literally, I just wish Vickle the best. He's been a good guy. He's sat down with us many times, spoken to us many times, individually, collectively. I wish him the best, and I hope that in the future we see him back in the league in some type of capacity, whether that's as some sort of management for Heretics or in that kind of role, or maybe come back as a player if the opportunity comes up again. So best of luck to Vickle. Just going ahead.
Yeah, it's like as the Anime Eniac says in the chat, like this is my thought when you were saying that, because I think you're right in large part, and it's even kind of true for Real, because I mean, literally it was the example you gave. Real was on that Ravens team, then things don't go to plan because of visas, whatever. We know that organization ain't the best. He ends up on Miami, and there was interest from Toronto to get him, but then they were kind of like beefing, the organizations are beefing. They end up not signing him, right? But like even Real as an example, he was on Miami. If he's gone from Miami, I mean, probably somebody else does pick him up, but only because he's played in a team that wasn't full Spanish, I guess would be the implication.
Absolutely. He's proven himself outside of that window. Trey, do you agree with that, by the way? Do you agree? Do you think that kind of context of let's say Saudi guys or the only Spanish team, do you think this is going to hurt their chances going to other teams if they stick with them or start with them in the league?
100%. Happened to everyone else in the CWO transitioning over. Like, I know it wasn't like as dominant or prominent back then, but like even when I got like how well I played in like World War II and stuff like that, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 4, I only really got picked up because they kind of, for the FaZe team, not because I was terrible, like, and they needed me, but like, if you don't try and push yourself, and that's what I tried doing when the CDL first started and I went to New York. I had an offer from London to play with all European players again. And what I wanted to do was get out of that niche of players, not because I didn't think they were good, but I just knew I knew where it was going. And the issue is that when you put yourself in those players, that people make it out like you can't play outside of those players. That's like your comfort zone. So I went out of my comfort zone to go play with a full NA team, and it didn't go to plan, obviously. I think that was probably the worst team I could have probably went to go out of my comfort zone. But it was still a nice learning curve. And I think the best thing about it is that once you do that and there is a team in the league, like, we had London in the league, I could transition back. So I think it's always best off if you start away out your comfort zone to see how you play. Because I feel like if there's like, let's say, Real managed to go somewhere else, not play as well. I feel like he's always got a backup plan with Miami. You know what I'm saying? But now, unfortunately, the whole Carolina thing happened where they were lazy fucks and didn't get the visa. He's now forced into that Spanish team, and then it definitely limits opportunities. Let's say if he does fry, it ain't gonna be like an OpTic or anything like that trying to pick up a Hydra, for example. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be like a mid-table team. So
do we? I mean, I'm gonna throw this to Rab. Do you think Vickel's one of those guys who we're gonna see try to take over the Spanish streaming scene? Because there's a lot of money in that. I'm not gonna lie.
That's an interesting point. I think it depends what like motivates him, right? Because I don't know. I feel like as a player, once you've had the high of competing at that level and winning, big matches against certain teams, it's kind of difficult. It's just difficult to go back to like. You really just gonna go to uni and fucking turn in dissertations on mathematics? Like they ain't gonna hit.
Bro, you always, listen. I ain't gonna lie. You always get the itch. Yesterday, I played an X Defiant tourney.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I hopped on X Defiant with some old friends that I was playing with at the start, and I played a tournament with them. I ain't gonna lie. I had a bunch of fun because I was competing again. Like it just never leaves you.
It's the same for me and like.
No, I was dusting Crimsix on main stage. You know what I'm saying? So like, it never leaves you.
Yeah, it's the same. Like I've been getting back into swimming lately. I used to swim like competitively when I was younger. And I'm like, I need to join a club. Like I need to get back on the fucking blocks, like in actual competitions, because I just miss that shit.
Yeah, the itch can never go away. Which is why I hope Vickel at some point, if the opportunity comes back, he gets bored, comes back in, and starts to take over challengers again, or gets back on Heretics. I don't know, but come back, Vickel. I know it seems like the end, but maybe it's just a temporary little break in the journey. Hopefully.
Yeah. So a few other interesting things happening though with them, because they dropped this one today. Here's their. Oh my god, let me turn that off. Here is the new Miami Heretics intro for the season. And I guess it goes kind of hard. But they also confirmed, in addition to this, their new sub for the new season, right? And who that's going to be. Another name that, to be honest, I thought they were going to bring on, and they may well bring on a more full-time capacity. But yeah, they confirmed their roster. Renkor's in there now full-time with Lucky, with Metals. And yeah, that's the official confirmation. But then they dropped this a couple hours ago, which is Super is going to be on the team. So this was a big talking point of the off-season, because it was quite clear that Super, and probably Renkor as well, but clearly Super, were like the best players in Spanish challenges last year. And initially it didn't look like they were going to get anyone, but now they've committed to it. I think it's the right move. But he's going to be seemingly their fifth man, right, alongside Real, Lucky, Metals, and then Renkor on the roster for now.
Are we just assuming that's what happened as well? Like, obviously we don't know, but we're just assuming that they were like, we don't want two sub players, we want Super, and unfortunately for Vickel, that's where you go. And then the season's just about to start, so he doesn't want to sit there and just grind out challenges.
Again, I think it goes back to the opportunity cost for him and his family. Again, some players play the game because they have to. There's no other opportunity. That's their biggest opportunity in life. With him, realistically, bro, I know like COD has just been something that's cool for him. Realistically, him playing challengers, not making any money from it, grinding it, I think it's just not worth his time, to be honest. Like, he did it for the passion, he did it for the love, but sometimes you have to go with a sensible decision rather than the one that's just straight passion. And it sucks. It really does suck sometimes. But that's just the route life takes you. Do I think that the team generally had a lot of ups and downs about him? I don't agree with it. I don't know if you guys have any different opinion, but I think they should have kept Vickel. I think Vickel would have been a great sub for them. Just to have there, keep him on the side. If at moment's notice he can come in and provide good games, minutes for you, however you want to put it. But I feel like, Renkor and Super kind of came as a duo, came as a package. So I almost feel like this move was inevitable. But realistically, looking back, I think Vickel, they're going to think about how Vickel would have been a better choice to keep on the team, even as a sub in the end.
Well, I think when we had was it Ronnie on, like Vickel was statistically their worst player. So maybe when it just comes down to that, maybe it's just like, unfortunately, like, you know. And I'm not saying the other guy's fried. I'm just, you know, it's more like an odd one out situation. You know, Soup has been frying in challenges. Let's bring him in.
The issue
But
is
then-
like they're both
Oh, go on.
ARs. I mean, Super's an AR, and Rancor can probably
Yeah, but
flex
it don't
and run
matter,
both,
Rab.
but, like,
Spanish
it's
cod.
Spanish. I know. Spanish cod.
Vamonos, we run.
Vamonos,
Vamonos.
baby. Honestly, I think you're right. Like, I think.
Hey,
they
and
just send
Vickel's,
it.
listen, if they start doing bad, Vickel's going to be on our, you know, Vickel's going to come on the stream, and I'm going to be like, Vickel, what do you reckon went wrong? And he goes, it's just Spanish cod, Vamonos. Vamonos, run.
The Vicar redemption arc's gonna go crazy.
Well, okay, wait. Looking at the stats, I just want to confirm this was the truth. Vickel 0.93 at the end of the year, Metals 0.97, Lucky 0.98, Slayer rating. Lucky was actually lower than Vickel. So I don't know. To be honest, like none of them were doing that great. I think that's one way I kind of want to put it. Like beyond Real and then Metals towards the end of the season, I think Lucky and Vickel, out of those two, I think Vickel brought you more reliable plays and just, you know, I would compare him in a sense in this way to like an Envoy. Envoy's not bringing you the best KD every game. He's not. Is he going to make you some game-winning plays? Is he going to make the right decision? He might lose the gunfight, but is he going to rotate on time? Is he going to hit the hill when he needs to hit it? Or, you know, hit the pinch when he needs to hit it? Yes, and that's what makes Envoy great. I think Vickel, similar type. Maybe doesn't get every kill. Maybe he does some boneheaded stuff, but he's definitely the guy on the team that's making the most reliable play and not just blacking out. So I think if they're basing it just on KD, I think it's a pretty poor decision making out of management, other players, and probably some cheese out of Rancor being like, yo, Super is the best. Super is great. Super is this, Super that. So I think there's a little bit of cheese happening there, but Spanish players, again, just going to keep rotating in and out day by day, year by year, until someone actually decides to mix it in with some NA players. That's what's going to happen.
I actually like this team though this year. I think like if there's any game that Vamonos COD is gonna cook, nah. I mean, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. For
I
this
already
smoke.
predicted it. See, this is why I hate being so smart, bro. Because I already predicted this a year ago that, you know, what did I say? When they start doing bad, they'll just pick up some more Spanish players. And guess what? They go pick up some more Spanish players. And guess what? They're probably going to be all right, but they ain't going to be the best. And what happens after that? We'll pick up some more Spanish players. We'll see where we go.
Oh, I think Troy's cooked me with that one. But I don't know, like Vamonos.
No, it's
Maybe it'll
it's
work.
exciting. But, like, I've always said it. They're just one of those teams that can either walk in and 3-0 or walk in and get 3-0.
They love doing I do.
They gonna live and die by their left stick. Like they gonna live and die by it. No
Now,
care
this
in
is
the world.
This is a game where they have an opportunity to do something, but maybe Major 1. It's like every year, right? Major 1, you see some upsets, some prizes. Teams that are really just gun skill based good at the start of the game are gonna do well. But by Major 4, by Champs, by AWC, the literal mental talent gap, it separates players entirely. We see it every year. Major 1 is Fugaze compared to Major 4. The consistency starts to build at the end of the year, and you brought in 2 challengers kids along with keeping 2 guys in your team that really weren't performing that well. I think it's all going to rely on X Factor Real to grab him by the bootstraps, push him forwards, and make Heretics great again, because otherwise it's not going to happen.
We'll talk about them more in a second. This is your new Surge Vancouver, which is, I mean, what? Vancouver Surge, Abuza 04 Hixie Nasty, and of course Rambo Ray. Again, they've done another bagger video here. I remember I talked about like the fact that their content is like insane for these announcements. I always find it fascinating that they do these because I'm like, are they getting the ROI, right? Like, I honestly tip it because these always go insanely hard what they put together for their announcements and stuff, and I don't think it costs them that much.
Crazy though.
Yeah, the budget.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think
exactly what I was gonna say. Like they're
Yeah.
just being effective with their filming and with their editing. They're being very effective with music choices. It's actually not that much money that's being spent here.
Yeah, the
By the
production
way-
team like got in touch with me when I said something about this, and they were like, "Actually, it only cost us like a couple grand to run this." I'm like, you know
Wait,
what? Yeah,
can
fair play.
you rewind? Can you rewind to 04 running? Could you rewind to that one time?
Wait, you want this one real quick? I
Yeah,
think it's
right
about
after
here.
it. Right.
After
I could
Nasty,
tell
bit.
this is 04 before they said it was 04. Dude, the way he ran there, it's like he never ran in his fucking life. It was hilarious. Okay.
He was definitely out of breath.
Oh my god, what is this? Oh my
And I know for a fact, Jay, you ain't catching Nasty and Abuser in a club dancing like this. I put money on it.
Shit, the rewind on that shit. I think we got him.
Hell yeah, they ain't.
Nasty actually looks like he's buzzing though. The other guys are like, oh no, actually no, it's Huke who's buzzing.
Nasty ain't dancing with Abuser like that. I'm telling you.
I know.
Is it bad? Is it bad that I keep getting Nasty and Hixie mixed up? Looking at them visually, is that a problem? Am I a bad person for that?
The same thing, but nah,
I mixed them up like 15 times during that video. Anyone else? Chat? Anyone else?
I know Byron was fucking moaning about this video as well, just for the pure fact that they've got him in some sludgy mud in the middle of nowhere.
Nah, Hixie and Nasty could be brothers. I no BS. They could be. Yeah, yeah. It's not just me, bro.
He needs to get that boxing form up, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you got to be working on that. Hit up Sib.
Whose dog is that?
Lie, man. That's what I don't really know why it turned into a massive dance party.
Yeah, I know what this is.
Interesting for first time chatter. He just said, "What do you think about Abuza and Gwyn's beef? Who's gonna be better this year in this game? Who do we think?"
Listen, people got to stop putting the word beef out there.
What are they beefing over? What's this beef?
Remember the Rookie of the Year beef.
Oh, the bloody hell! I forgot.
Tactical Rap doesn't remember COD drama?
Bro, I don't remember the real beefs. I don't care about real beefs.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This manufactured beef's insane.
I mean, but let's say which rookie?
I know the real beef.
Who's gonna be better this year?
It's like 4D printed beef. Cake. Who's gonna be better?
Cake.
This year, yeah, in this game.
I don't fucking know.
That's a good question, Licky. I think.
Okay, go ahead, go.
I'm gonna say.
I think it's gonna be Gwyn. All right. Are we saying who's gonna be better or who's gonna be on a better team?
No, who's gonna be individually more talented?
Who's higher on the Breaking Point top 20?
There you go.
Abuza can do it at LAT.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going Gwyn because you know sub AR cheese this game I feel like is not too good. At least in the start of the year, I think Gwyn's gonna be frying along with his teammates. Now I think they're gonna put him in a position to succeed. So
individually, you're always gonna be a better player as an AR player than a sub player. Individually,
I see what you're saying. You're not banging out hills like that, like the same way. I see what you're saying.
I always think Abuser is just cold.
You think he's ice like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
French bastard.
Yeah, I think he does have it like that. You got any French for us, Trey?
Huh?
You got any French for us? Like if you're.
Je vous ami.
There we go. He's done it.
It's the same one every time. I love it. I got love the consistency. You know.
Je ne sais pas, je vous ami.
Yeah,
there we go, baby.
We're so back.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
no one can say he's not consistent, man.
It ain't broke. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like if any girls say like, "Oh, do you speak any other languages?" It's like, "Oh yeah, for sure." I speak.
Wait. Go back. Wait a minute.
You want to run it back?
One more thing.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the last tab. Wait.
I'm here.
Is Ramble Ray in the video, or is he mysteriously gone again?
I don't think he appears.
Wait. Did he like this video?
Did he like it? Did he reply to it? Did he quote it? Is he in the video?
Well,
he ain't in the video.
He ain't in the video. When's the last time?
He's done it. He's quote tweeted.
He's quote tweeted. We're so back.
Oh, 3 hours ago.
Wow, first time.
That's record time.
November the 18th. He retweeted this.
And now he disappears for the rest of the year.
Retweeted this. Ooh.
Dude, he's doing. Look at him. He's playing eights. He's streaming. What's going on? They moved to Vancouver, and this guy is just on top of the world.
Wow,
hang on. He's got A5 Wagyu. This guy's making bread. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, they're paying the big bucks to form this roster.
There we go.
To be fair, it's a probably bad off season for bowling. You know what I'm saying? It's probably an off season bowling. So.
Got any replies going on?
You know, it's funny.
Nah, you don't do that. Wow, he came out of hibernation. 2 weeks, nothing.
No, he's tweeting at a level not seen in a couple years, at least several years. Okay, this is unbelievable consistency
It's
out of
over.
right now.
Wow. Rambo's putting up an MVP tweeted performance this season.
Absolutely. Okay, now we can. I just want to see if he's in the video. He's not. So
Yeah, he's not in the video.
No,
He
he
could be
ain't.
us with that.
I don't think he lives there, does he? Well, he said he does on his Twitter. He does.
Good question.
I don't
actually.
think he does.
Yeah.
Challengers 1. Okay. Challengers 1 Cup champions. We got North America: Huke, Spart, Capsule, Prolude. Europe: Bans, Harry, Denza, Mythics. Asia: Shocks, Fida, Crimza.
Can you believe these boys
Australia,
are still
really.
around, by the way? Like,
Bro, my dogs are still around,
they're
man.
still cooking out there. Shocks and
They're
Fighter,
still just eating. They're just making quick. They're just hopping on, bro. I'm sure they have 9 to 5s. They're coming out of the fucking Best Buy parking lot, going home, be like, all right, we're gonna play some fucking bums today. Let's go, Shocks Fighter. Get on, bro. Let's go. Let's do this again. They're still cooking frauds out there and making cash off of this. This is amazing.
Oh, I love that so much.
And Latin America is interesting. These are names, obviously, I don't think any of us have heard before. Evade, Trax, Keo, and
I think
DJ.
I've seen this name before. But
Some
yeah,
some
some
new
new
guys,
talents
man.
on the
Gotta
scene.
check out the Latin scene.
I just kind of wish they were more like, if you're going to do LATAM, I know there's just lots of boys out there in South Africa, stuff like this, that want to get involved. But I don't know, maybe the league will expand at some point, have more regions for the Challengers Cups, would be nice to see, but might well be wishful thinking.
What do we think? I'm gonna take over this kind of thought here. But what do we think about this North American team? It almost looks like a pro team, to be honest. But like Huke, Spark, Capsule, Prolude. A lot of chatter about Huke. What do we think? I'm gonna start with Rab. What do you think about this?
Yeah, they're pretty nice on paper. Obviously, Spart, like one of your favorite players, Ace.
Absolutely.
So like it's nice to see him having some good success. But yeah, this team is nice. I mean, on paper, you put Huke and Capsule together, like you can't do much better than that from an SMG side. That would be a competitive SMG duo in the CDL right now. The reason why we're bringing this up is because we're about to talk about Huke, kind of just from an individual perspective and why he's just so fucking insanely good at this game. And yeah, it's online, and we know that Huke tends to excel online. And yeah, it's like 8s and stuff, more unstructured COD. But Huke has been frying everyone that he's played so far this year, and he's been like the absolute MVP of challenges by a mile so far. He's the difference maker here as far as I'm concerned at the moment.
I'm gonna Trey, go ahead. Trey, what do you think it is? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
For starters, looking at this, there's only one name on this that matters,
Oh no.
and that is Benjamin Bance,
It's
because he
Benjamin
did
Bance.
win Challenger Cup #1. I don't know if he won #2 though. I can't remember. I didn't check his tweets. But before, Shocks, all those people, it's, that's some old guy. They're OGs. They are some OGs. I'm not too sure about the Latin American. Obviously, I'm not like, I don't really watch Challenger, so I wouldn't be too huge on those. I've heard of Evade before though. And then we get to North America. I feel like I've seen those 3 players, Spark, Capstone, and Prolude, team about 55 times. And then we get into Huke. Huke has been absolutely frying everyone. I feel like this is such a Huke game. It's not even funny. I say I wouldn't even give it Major 1. He's probably on a pro team. I'll just say it. I don't. He probably don't even have to win any of the Challenger Cups. He'll probably end up on a pro team after Major 1.
My thought is specifically in Huke's case that his play style, taking these swift pinches, kind of like very aggressive play style works in this game, but it kind of goes into what I was saying before about Major 1s, Major 2s compared to the latter half of the year. I think his play style is going to work really well at the start of the game, but towards the end of it, that's where it's a 50-50. It's kind of up in the air if it still works that late into a season. So I think if you want some immediate success in Challengers or for Major 1, Major 2, Huke's your guy. But it's kind of, you still walk into that unknown mystery box when it comes into how he performs once everyone's catching up, learns the game, learns the spawns, learns the moves, learns the rotations completely. I think that's another part of it as well that you have to keep in mind. But that whole team, that entire team, Capsule, even Prolude, I think to a point, all those guys are literally the teeter-totter of the CDL right there. Capsule, I said it since last year, should be in the CDL 1,000%. I've been yelling that guy should be in the CDL. Pair him with a slower, put Bance and him together on a team, you have a ridiculous duo. Like, I don't know. I think that guy's a waste it's a waste of his time and a waste of talent sitting in challengers. Huke is a guy that in this game, considering how well he's playing, should get an opportunity just to see how he does. And yeah, Spart's been a guy that's been dominating challengers at different levels of the year for years now. So yeah, get these guys in the CDL. Why are we trolling? Who's managing these teams that is absolutely blind to what the reality is? I think it's just some stupidity not having a lot of these guys on CDL rosters, at least on the bench. Like, hey, Heretics, don't get Super. Get Huke. Get Capsule. Get Spart. Get some guys that can actually give you some direction and some NA play style to change yours. I think those guys deserve better than challengers.
I mean, look at some of these numbers right here. Look at this shit. He's got a 1.46 in challenges so far. Okay, this is cup number 1, KD leaders. So
who won cup number 1? Did they win it?
Yeah, they won it. Huke, Cap, Spart, Prolute. We got Flames. We got Johnny. We got Mamba. We got Lunas. Neptune's on here from the Omit team. Couple of boys on Stallions, kind of interesting, and they encourage and lurks. Obviously, up and coming 18-year-old players. Causing a bit of noise.
Another interesting thing about this one is Rex just got, I believe, he just got dropped from his team. So that's another. I think it was on FC Black, and he just got dropped for someone else. So that's a little
changes.
Every time we talk about Dylan Rex, I get PTSD from.
Oh my god, eat a dog.
I mean, eat a dog. It is what it is. Whatever happened to her, she should get in this chat immediately, bro.
Nah, she's coming back. Trust.
Yeah, just wait till the season starts. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She's hibernating, ready to fucking slam our shit every weekend.
Someone says here, nobody wants to pay a salary to have a guy on the bench though. And then Jake Maverick, shout out the boy, not enough spots. If teams thought they were good enough to start, they would have been signed, in my opinion. Both are valid. However, you have to pay a salary. You have to have a bench player. You have to pay some sort of salary. So that doesn't make any sense what you're saying. Jake, I'm not saying they should start necessarily. Huke is definitely a maybe. Spart should be given a chance.
For benches, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like they have to pay a salary anyways. So
they could just pick someone up and just whack him on the team for $0.
Yeah, you give him $1 a day, $1 a day, and he has a salary. That's it. Like
they'd take it. They'd take it too.
I think honestly, like every CDL team now have got rid of their subs, apart from like Miami, because they all just have their coaches as the sub now. So it's kind
of true?
I'm pretty sure like basically every CDL team is like that now. Maybe OpTic have Scump still, but like I doubt it.
While we continue, I'm just gonna quickly look into the league and just see
FaZe, I think they even got rid of Classic. I don't think Classic's their sub anymore. I don't know if he's working with them anymore. I think Sib said it on stream. So
yeah, he's not no one on there. Yeah, it actually does look like on the CDL website, none of the teams really have.
Like LA Thieves are putting down Sender. Like, I mean,
it makes sense. Cloud9 puts down Lamar. I mean, yeah, it's a sad time. It is a sad time.
Like when they get one, when they had like two subs.
Listen, everyone sits there and it's like, nah, we're back this year. We're getting worse each year. We used to have minimum salaries. We don't have minimum salaries anymore.
Hey, Rab, go to this. Click this link, and Estriel's looking a little different right now. Did anyone notice Estriel's looking a little different these days?
All right, hang on. Let me pull this up.
Check Rocker one time. He looks a little different.
Let me pull this
he looks Spanish.
What are we doing?
He looks awfully like
He does look a little bit Spanish on this one.
And then you click Falcons, and then boom, you've got like 7 rosters.
All right, hang on, let me check. Here we go. Wait. Oh, okay. This is their academy team they're bringing in.
Does the CDL have a rat like Ratatouille doing their socials?
Bro, what is these gamer tags that you can't pronounce? Like, what is it? What is going on here?
Surge don't even have a roster on the website. Just letting that be known.
Surge don't have one. LAG don't have one. They haven't put Gentlemates in. Like,
who's running this?
What are we doing, baby?
Who's running this? Okay, so yeah, Karma's on there technically. I guess he's the OpTic sub.
Yeah, in
FaZe
his
don't have
Seattle
one.
Surge jersey.
Yeah, surely they could have got something
Bro,
better
in
than
it,
that.
like, listen, to me, it's
Here he
just
is.
comedy, bro. Like, it really is. You've got Hydra still. Hang on, if you
I've not
click
got his
100 Thieves,
socials on there. No,
have
shit.
you
All
clicked
right.
100 Thieves?
No, here we go. What is nature on it, bro?
Billion-dollar company, multi-million-dollar league,
Bro, why
$5
is Nate
website,
shot on
Emu
the
Yeah,
website.
sub-bench? Why is Nate on the sub bench?
Why is Nate on the bench, bro?
Fucking
Nate's on
Timu
TikTok and see
Timu
this,
website,
okay.
bro.
Yeah,
How
Bro,
is this
Nate,
possible?
bro, what is Nate doing on the sub bench?
That man's still a pro, bro. You didn't know that man's been a pro for 5+ years.
No, I
Man.
mean that's good. Hey, he's looking fucking good.
He's
man.
looking good, isn't like
He's
yeah,
looking
it's a
fucking
few years
dapper.
old. But like also, I mean, even just the small things annoy me. So Envoy, he has his socials.
Bro, we've
on
even
here.
got Mac in a Cloud9 jersey
No.
before we've got Hydra. Hydra's still in his New York jersey.
Yeah, there he is. And this Scrappy other man, Scrappy will hate this one. You can even see the neck by neck comparison, can't you? Like compare
Oh
him
my
and Envoy
god,
here.
nah. Listen, we don't need any Scrappy hate right now.
I could draw like a line across with my mouse.
No,
Comes down to,
no
like,
Scrappy
here.
hate. Nope.
All right, yeah,
Dude, you're gonna get us cancelled.
He called me out on stream actually. He said so.
You hated on Scrappy? What happened? I've been out of the drama. What happened, bro? What'd you do?
Nah, Scrappy's just been beefing with everyone, so he might as well beef with me. But yeah, wow, Max beard is going crazy.
Hey, Scrappy, you need some backup? You need some muscle? Don't worry about it, baby. I got you. People talking shit. No worries. I got you.
Thieves looking clean. Yeah, but again, it's like okay, we got Lamar in his Rocket jersey. We got attached.
They got all four of them
Yeah, these
in
boys
Cloud9,
looking
but they
good.
couldn't get Lamar. They couldn't get the 5th picture that day.
It also annoys you when someone's got a hoodie on and the other guys have got the jersey. It's like, I mean, I don't know, it's a small thing.
Listen,
Whatever.
I hate the hoodie under jersey gimmick, man.
Yeah.
Why? It's cold in those venues, bro.
All right, wear a fucking hoodie.
Yeah, get a hoodie with
Just
there
wear
we
a
go.
Cloud9 hoodie.
Okay, they did it properly here, but Vivid, no socials. Let's see if we can find one that was done correctly. Boston. Here he is. Oh my god, we've got Shorty in the London jersey. That is diabolical. That's the construction man right there.
That's my construction, man.
FaZe, they do it right. Draza, no socials.
How does Draza not have any socials there? He's the most social guy
I
out
don't
there.
know. LA Gorillas have nothing because they're not confirmed.
OpTic's got to have it all correct, right?
Nah, nothing for Karma.
Nah, Karma.
Close though. And then like
They
everything else is cooked, I think.
don't have legend Damon Barlow's Twitter attached to his fucking page.
Bro, isn't it just easy to do that?
Surely it can't take long just to throw it in there.
He's had a Twitter for goddamn a decade. We can't put it under the thing.
Cloud9 got no shop. Visit shop.
Nah, bro.
Going to
This
the
is
OpTic shop.
insane, man.
Wow.
Somebody ring up Hex, man. Somebody ring up Scumpy, bro. Somebody ring up the OpTic
All right,
street team and to let them know.
Listen, next topic, because we're gonna sit here and we've already roasted the league about how it's dying, and then we've just gone to a website to prove it's got even worse.
We've just cooked
And
their
like,
shit for the last 15
And
minutes.
you know,
Okay,
you know
that's
what?
cool.
And you know, it's all funny and fun and games, whatever. But it actually hurts to see that.
It
really
does,
does.
man. Can they just let me do it with the website? Like, I'll fix this shit.
Actually, get Lion Man on it, bro. Get Lion Man,
Yeah.
get Rab on it, man. They'll fix up for you no time. Like, it must hurt for Lion Man. Bro, you click on the breaking point. Hey,
Hey,
The Breakable website looks good right now. It looks
fine.
fucking
it's
stellar.
getting even better as well. Like, you better be ready.
Breakingpoint.gg, everybody. Breakingpoint.gg.
Yeah,
in case you don't know what
we're
we're
on
talking
Breakingpoint.gg real quick. I've seen
Hey,
the new updates.
do
They're
you
bringing
have
to
all
the
the-
site. Wow.
do you guys have all the socials for players on there, though? That's the question.
Wow. We'll see at the end of the video. We'll do predictions. We'll actually check. We'll check. Otherwise, we might be cooked. I might have to retire from content. But the point is Huke getting picked up because that's what the OpTic boys reckons. Obviously, Illy has been looking all right, but he's not been like giga frying. He's been looking okay. I think Illy's got a new team. I think he's playing with I think it's Standy, Arcetes +1. I think Johnny maybe. So Standy, Arcetes, Johnny, and Illy, I think, is a team. So something to think about. But yeah, the OpTic boys are talking about Illy and Huke obviously getting picked up again. It'd be interesting if they were to come through as like a package deal. I don't think they would do that. I mean, to be fair, they could, but I don't know if that's even worth it for Huke right now because Huke's just playing different gravy cards. I mean, my feeling about it is that this game, in terms of the movement, is more similar to Advanced Warfare than anything we've had since then. Like, I saw Shotzzy the other day. He was in a gunfight with Kremp, and then he like did a sideways slide, like he was exo dashing. So, I'm not surprised that Huke is good at this game.
There's no point in being a package deal in the CDL. If you get your spot, you get your spot. Just fuck off.
Yeah. Unless you're like a top 4 player and you demand a package, like that's different. But otherwise, yeah, you're literally shooting yourself in the foot if you decide to, like, no, I gotta go with this guy.
Imagine Huke being like, nah, I'm not going anywhere without Illy, man. I'm not doing it. And then they're like, all right, bet. See you later. And then he's just sucking challenges. Get yourself in a goddamn team. You ain't duoing up with anyone. This ain't tag team.
But only thing I'm gonna disagree with is that Illy. I don't know about Illy coming to the league though, just because I think again the talk about how much of a possible, uncertainty he is at times is still lingering over his name. It's gonna take Giga level frying like Huke from him to be able to secure a spot. So I actually disagree with the OpTic boys in that thought that Illy is gonna be in the league sooner rather than later. I think there's a few other players that have a better chance than Illy, including Alec.
I don't think Illy gets in the league this year.
Yeah, I'm sticking by that for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good prediction actually that we can throw in there for the boys because I think I'd like to see it happen. I still think he potentially has just enough goodwill, but I do think he kind of has to fry. And there's also, again, some of the SMG joys in the league this year, kind of trash. I think there's opportunities for Huke on a few rosters. The ARs, it's a bit more, interesting, right? And especially when you think about it and you think that if Illy did have a CDL offer that he rejected, it was probably Rocker based on the timing of everything that happens. And it's like, if I look at a roster that's most likely to maybe switch up one of their ARs, it could be Rocker. So like, if you turn it down once, they're not going to come knocking again. So then you're looking at the other teams that need ARs, but then you look at the rosters and you're like, well, the top 3 ain't going to make a change. For Illy, at the very least, you wouldn't imagine. Then you're looking at Toronto. They've got Beans and Insight. Is Illy slotted in there? Doubtful. You're then looking at Cloud9. You got Sib and Attach. Is he slotted in there? Doubtful. So, there's a couple of other teams in the conversation, but it's unlikely. Unless maybe Priester on LAG Mates, or whatever the hell they're going to be called. Like, if Priester doesn't perform, maybe I see that as a possibility that he actually might accept. But again, it's like people are saying breach Illy, and I get that take, but also if Illy did turn down an offer to go to presumably a team like Rocker, then is he going to accept a Boston offer? I mean, maybe you should, but you know what I mean. You might be signing a death sentence at that point.
I'm also convinced that Breach are playing for sandwiches. I don't think that they're getting paid I think they're getting paid literally dirt and probably housing, minimal payment. So I don't think Illy, considering the level of player he is, I don't think you're going to see him on Breach. Carolina, maybe, but honestly, I think Carolina's going to outperform considering where people know them as an org. I think they're actually going to outperform and be better than expected. I don't know. Yeah, he had some offers over the offseason. Sure, that doesn't mean that it translates into an automatic guarantee in the year, as some people in chat are saying. I do like the thought of Rocker, maybe just they come back to him, maybe. But ultimately, I think just there's going to be a lot of players. And I think this game suits a younger gen and a lot of players and challengers. They will be very good at a game like this in comparison to players who've excelled at slower paced games of the last few years who've been in the league for some time. So I do think we see more of a transfer from younger challengers kids to the league than we see seasoned vets into the league this year. I think it's going to be a kind of a major turning point. Kind of continuing on the trend of the last few years, but in a big way. It's going to be a big separation, I think, this year.
Let's talk about Sib Crashout because he played these boys, and I love this term crashing out. It's popping off. So Sib ends up running into these guys. I think he ended up winning this tournament actually, but he ended up playing Huke, Proloot, Spartan and Capster in this tourney here, and he dropped this this quality crash out. So let me just play it for the chat real quick.
Bad, two guys are so fucking dog shit. I'm on 60 ping them fucking AIDS. Can I give all these guys $1 million to kill me on LAN? Capsule, this nigga's been out the league for years. Kyler, he's dog shit. Proloot, this nigga needs to hang it up. And Spartan nigga, this nigga needs to hang it up too. Holy fuck, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. I wouldn't even be mad if this shit was real, bro. If it was real, you know what? I tip it. Much respect. I respect it. But nope.
Ah, shit. We're getting demonetized again. Welcome back. Welcome back to the party. Cheers, Dante. Nah, I'm pretty sure I made a YouTube video on this and it was fine. So, like, whatever, we run it. But, yeah. I like... Dante's such an interesting personality because he rolls a lot of people up, but he's pretty good, if you hadn't noticed. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, Trey, nothing?
Nah, I mean, I'm just taken aback by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the guy, the motherfuckers are in challenges. Let them play, man. What else they got to do? They're not making like $15,000 a month shooting you, motherfuckers. Like, of course they. I don't know, man. I love Dante though, so you know he gets us paid. You know.
Yeah, good man. Good man.
Yeah, I think Sib's in it. Someone in the chat says Sib's an insane player, but I feel like he's making a lot of enemies in the league. Bro, no one's actually enemies in the league. We need spice. That's why Scrap was so interesting as a player and so dynamic. You need guys who are gonna shake things up. You need guys who are gonna say things. You need guys who are gonna bring attention to the league and cause some drama. Without it, if things are just goddamn cookie cutter, it's boring. No one wants to just stick around and watch. All right, guys, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, we're watching the COD World League. Like that's not what made COD great. It was the drama. It was the people talking crazy to each other, the girlfriend dramas. That's what made COD, the attention of it, so big. That's what magnifies it. We need more drama. And Dante's disgusting. Realistically, do I think Huke's dog shit? No. Do I think his opinions in here are actually what he means? No. I just think it's him in a moment talking shit because he's upset, and those guys aren't still upset about it. He's not still upset about it. No one cares. But please, more moments like this. I want more moments like this throughout the year. Keep talking crazy, please.
I mean, I think you've also got to look at it as well as like, after COD, how many people is Dante going to speak to from the scene? You know what I'm saying? You think... No, it ain't going to be zero. It ain't going to be zero. It's going to be like probably like on one hand, maybe two. You know what I'm saying? So, realistically, him crashing out ain't going to lose him any friends unless it's like a severe crash out on like one of the people he actually cares about. But, like, if you actually speak to Dante, like when he's calm, cool, collective, and he's actually a really nice fucking guy, you know, he actually is. Like, Riyadh, I had a conversation with him for like, how long was I gone off that fucking sofa for, guys? Like 2 hours. Me and him were just chopping it up and stuff like that. You know, I got a lot of respect, a lot of love for him. So, yeah. Does he think Huke's dog shit? Probably. He probably did last year. Does he think he's dog shit this year? Definitely not. That guy's got it this year. So, you know. But like I said, it's entertainment. You guys, that's why, you know, why does Scrap get so much love and hate? Because he's entertaining, you know. There's not many people out there would say that he'd absolutely dog piss slam fucking formal, but he's one person that says it. You know what I'm saying?
And he gets away with it because that's the personality he's got.
I mean, like, we didn't get to see it, but like there was, I done it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I did do it. So you know,
until champs.
Shut the fuck up, Rab.
All right, look, so much. But I
don't know.
Yeah,
being weird.
Huke was cooking that. I mean, like, we can have a look at some of the numbers here because let me just make sure this is fully on the screen here real quick. Actually, I mean, you guys can just about tell. Huke's the second player down anyway on their team. You guys can see Shotzzy, Kenny, Dashy, etc., etc. You know what's going on.
It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger than the screen on stream.
Yeah, let me just
names,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a second. Dub producer coming right up. You watching this shit? W producer. Wow. It's crazy.
Oh, look at him just sliding it over.
You like that?
Slowly sliding it in. Okay, I like that. He's
Yeah,
slowly
sliding that shit in.
sliding it in.
Uh-huh.
Good man. What a gentleman.
Yeah, as ever. So, okay, this map Huke kind of got shit on. The other map Huke was actually frying, though. This one, OpTic won. Huke did not fry this map. These maps he fried. So, interesting just to see this. Pred 9 and 28. Is Pred washed up?
You're such a hater, bro. Who are you, bro? Rav's creating his own content. It's amazing, bro. You're a vicious.
I
psycho
would
type
say
of
he
guy.
must have been going for an absolute blender to not even have 10 kills though. Like that, like he must have been going through it. A single digit is yeah.
To be fair, he looked at the scoreboard and it said 17 and 28 because like eliminations and that.
Keep pushing. Let me see if it's bad than like the other maps. Keep going.
To be fair, it was only one stinker. Like, I mean, this is kind of bad.
If the next one he goes 35 and 20, all right, then I'm not gonna say anything.
This one worked great. This was Huke's takeover map though on the protocol here, 41 and 23. And then I think there's one
Not
more
looking
map.
good either.
They won this one. Yeah, they actually slammed them on this one. So like Huke had two pretty godlike maps. Prelude had a couple of stinkers. Pred had like one stinky. Apart from that was okay. And this was the red card where both OpTic ARs just slammed them. So yeah, interesting scrim. We don't see many scrims. Looks like Donnie is coaching this team. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, kind of wild to see Don switch over and want to embrace that coaching role.
He's playing college COD.
Doesn't mean he can't. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't play challengers. So that's kind of interesting that he's deciding to fully swap over. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, really. I think
I would think. I mean, in my personal opinion, maybe I think he's going to play college COD for the scholarship. To
That's
pay for
what
his
I
college.
thought anyway.
Yeah, I think that's more the move there. Like otherwise, I don't see why he wouldn't play challengers, coach it only, and then only play college COD because there's not much, college COD doesn't really get you that much of a boost or much return either. Besides a scholarship, that's a pretty big deal.
I do got a Huke stream on the side right now, just pre in the gameplay whilst we do this show. He is scriminally right now as well.
Oh, interesting.
Cheat.
I'll let you. I'll give us updates throughout the thing, and Rab can bask in the glory of roasting people that need to be roasted.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, maybe I'll bring that up on the stream real quick. Decides to load. Oh no, they're just chilling in the lobby right now. Okay, all good. All right, let's talk about some of the GA drama. This has continued over the last couple of days. It doesn't seem to want to go away. We've got to do it again. We've simply got to do it again. The Knives got GA'd, and then all of a sudden, they didn't get GA'd anymore. Shotzzy came out and said, y'all are all dog shit at everyone. Knives apparently got GA'd. But apparently, this actually ain't true, because Scrap then knifed Shotzzy yesterday and said you should have GA'd it. Okay, I mean, I don't want to dive into GAs in too much depth, just because I feel like we talk about this shit every year and all the problems with it, and the format of the way the pros do it.
We don't even talk about it once. We talk about it after every weekend.
I know.
Every weekend, Rabbit. No, he used a stag glitch. It's never been used before. I don't even know if that's GA. We get. It's a joke. COD is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, COD is horrible.
Listen, I'm not laughing at what you just said. I'm laughing at Vickle. Best thing about retiring is being able to unfollow Rabbit Trey, fucking Spanish hater.
Let's go.
Wait, did you tweet that?
No, you just put it in the chat.
Read the chat, fam.
I ain't gonna chat.
That's right, Vickle. I'm not included, baby. Woo! Vamos!
That's crazy.
Let's go,
how
baby.
I just got away with that
I don't even tweet no more. So don't unfollow me.
I'm not including these haters, man.
Nah, I just said Miami are gonna fry this season, and it wasn't because you got dropped. I swear.
You're fucked up, bro.
My bad. No, honestly, wishing you the best and all that. I'm glad to see you drop by at least.
I hope you were here when we talked about you. We discussed, man.
We talked about it at the start of the show.
We were showing love, bro. We were showing love.
Yeah, we showed love. So we do.
Rabbit Trey again showed a little hate too. Not gonna lie.
What are you talking about? It's all love on the show. What?
We did not show hate. We showed nothing but love.
Damn, dead in the chat
but-
cooking.
But GA talk, bro. Okay, let me cook. All right.
Here we go. Glass is not on.
Hey, pros. What we doing? Why are we destroying the game that makes us great? Knifing used to be in the game. Then it stupidly got taken out. And now we're all happy it's put back in. And now you're trying to fuck it all up again. Can we do something that's entertaining for the viewers? For once, give us snipers or give us knives. Give us something that's entertaining and can give us some clips. The clips equal attention. The clips equal engagement. The clips make people want to play the game. We're ruining COD by GAing everything in the first 3 weeks the game is out. Let it at least get to Major 1, maybe. Finish Major 1. And then make some decisions. Yes, meta gun this, meta gun that. The guns, we understand. All right, the subs are going to use this. The ARs, okay. That I'll live with. The other stuff, though, let the game play out a little bit, man. Y'all ruining everything and just pissing everybody off, pissing yourselves off. And the last thing I'm going to say on it is ever since we got rid of the OG GA committee, COD's been fucked up. Lamar, Slasher, Tommy retired. Without the actual GA committee, the league's been fucked up since. That's all I have to say.
What about the OG? What about the OG GA chat?
The GA chat, but the let's say the head politicians.
The OG GA chat was fire.
The head politicians in that chat defined terms and made it good.
I ain't talking CDL. I'm talking CWO. Those GA chats were fire. Because it wasn't just one player from each team. It was every fucking straight war.
Chaos.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, listen, end of the day.
Go on, Trey.
End of the day. It's a fucking knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bazooka. It's not a sniper. It's a fucking knife. All right? If you get knifed, all right, it's on you. All right? It's like going around an AW. You know when you used to do the glitch punch where you, like, punch and just dash backwards? Imagine they GA'd that. That shit was fun as fuck. Shot punch in Black Ops 4. Fun as fuck. And it actually took some skill. Knifing? I'm not saying knifing doesn't take any skill. It takes a little less skill. The shot punch was skillful. Let's be real, it was. As much as I hated it, it was still skillful. Knifing, that's all just, But the panic knives that people done back in the day, the panic punch it, bro. I used to... Someone jump scared me in a map on AW. I fucking squeezed me controller. Fucking... you know what I'm saying? He was out this hole. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all fun. We GA'd snipers. That was a big thing. Which is fair. GA and snipers, yeah, there's GA snipers. It's got aim assist. It's OP. Take aim assist away from it. Let's rerun it back. But they, COD caters to fucking kindergartners these days. People that can't shoot straight, so they just fucking whack it all in for them.
Should snipers be allowed in S&D?
I mean, like, in my opinion, like, the thing that annoys me about it generally is not even whether it's easy or hard to use. It's simply that if it was allowed, how many would you actually see in the game? And also, is it possible to counter in some way? Because it's counterable. You can either like backwards slide across the line of sight he's holding. You get your team to pull out one. I just think it's frustrating how, like, obviously we talked about this before, Trey, how freaking you and like Rated or whatever would be running the double snipes on USS Texas back in the day on both sides.
Me and my dog Scraps, man.
Exactly. No, it's you and Scraps, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we just held down both lanes. No one could get the bomb down.
Yeah, but like back then, that was just like, it is what it is. You had to find ways to play around it, right? It's like, okay, maybe we got to go mid this round because we know.
Smokes, but we can't even use smokes.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. No smokes to counter it is understandable. But like, I guess my point is that even if snipers were allowed and the pros did unban them, I don't think we're seeing 4 snipers on the map. I think we're seeing one per team on some maps for like half the rounds. Like, I don't think it's some crazy OP thing. It was the same thing at the start of Vanguard when the pro said that it was too OP. And I get their argument, sure, but we bullied them into playing with it at the kickoff, and then it turned out that like half the teams didn't even use it. And that's the frustrating part for like Dashy, is that you're saying, look, the teams that are voting on it are not even using the sniper. They don't have a good sniper on the team. They just want it banned because it's in their best interest to get it banned. And it's the reason why FaZe are trying to ban it as well.
Every GA though.
Of course.
That's I mean, I'll be real. FaZe have no reason to ban it. I think snipers definitely make a team more detrimental in terms of the fact that that one person isn't a part of the strat. You know, if he doesn't get his pick, he's kind of useless around the map. I think FaZe would want it GA just because of how well they work around the map together without a sniper. Now, I'll keep it real. I think Dashy and Simp. I've got Simp above Dashy in the sniping aspect of Realm. You know, you guys can roast me about anything like that, but the things I've seen Simp do with a sniper, I've never seen anyone do before in my life. And I'm talking to Black Ops 4 clips. That guy's collaterals, fucking quicks. No, you know what I'm saying? He's doing it all. So if you think FaZe, are getting rid of it because they can't snipe, well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you got Cellium and fucking Draws and Simp, who is by far the best sniper I've ever played against before in my life. Bear in mind, I was a pretty good sniper myself. I think FaZe would want it gone just because of how well they work S&D together and how well they've worked. And I think it's, consistency over the years. We've had it banned for so long now, it might as well just carry on into the next game.
The other factor too is like if one sniper is changing the game that much where 3 of you or 4 of you can't kill this one sniper, you're dog shit. Just keep that in mind. You're the problem. The game's not the problem. The sniper's not the problem. If you can't figure out a way to strategize against one sniper, obviously you're going to limit to one sniper a map. The USS Texas strat was a little OP OD. But one sniper per S&D, one player, if you can't work around one guy and figure out a way to get a bomb down or play the pick or whatever it is, that's a you problem, not a sniper problem. So across the board, I just think we just need the game to feel a little more fun. We need S&D to be more interesting. We need the game to be more interesting. The dive is one part of it, which is getting people a little bit into it. Get some knives in there, get some snipers in there, and I think everyone's going to be happy at that point. There's not that much more fans are asking for besides these two things. And let's go back to this. We said this last year. I'm going to say it again. We need a proper GA committee. We need a proper league-sanctioned GA. These are them. This is it. This is publicly listed info. You go on callofduty.com, callofdutyleague.com, whatever. This is where you can find out what the GAs are. This is the official list, and it's not changing from there. That's what it should be, whether that's the coaches all deciding what it is, but there has to be some sort of consistent rule set, rule book, not just gentlemen's agreements, but actual 100% rule set from the league, mandated, and this is it. And it should be done with the best interest of the fans and the players combined. Similarly, just one quick parallel to it, in basketball, the dunk, there was a point when the slam dunk was going to be banned, right? That's like just a side little thought, right? The slam dunk was going to be banned, but then there was an uproar, not only by players, but by the TV execs that was a problem to do so, because although competitively it's less skillful to just drop a ball into the basket, it's amazing to watch. I would think snipers are the parallel to dunking. Those clips, those headshot clips, those collats, those insane random, clips that we remember from Dashy and Simp and even there's like the TK clips like on USS Texas. There's a Splice clips. I think Kenny sniped one time. Like there's these big clips we remember from the years of snipers. We're robbing ourselves year by year of these classic memorable clips. So make COD great again. 2025. Please bring back the snipers. ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, because Scrappy talked about it as well. Like Thieves are now back in on this one because Nadeshot said that they got to do it because Nadeshot, like his POV is kind of what you said, Ace, right about there. And then there was some more weird discussion when Obviously, Scraps in the replies to this one saying, actually, no, the knife is still in. You lot are so brain dead you don't listen. But it's like, we ain't in the GA chat, you know, we don't get to see what's going on here. But yeah, that's basically your latest GA update of the day. I did see this flying around as well, literally. So I thought I'll just play this on the screen in the background real quick. It's kind of wild. Oh.
I mean, listen, that's just. If I got hit with that, I'd turn the fucking game off. And Shotzzy's gonna do that to someone in game. I hope you guys know this. In a CDL match, Shotzzy's gonna do this to someone, and then we're gonna see a fucking diving board GA. A whole goddamn diving board GA.
He was doing some crazy shit on some other ones as well. I'll try and find another clip real quick.
I will just say this right now while you're finding that clip. Huke is absolutely slamming in these scrims. You just went 39 and 18.
Against Illy's team?
Against Illy's team, yeah.
Well.
He's a dog.
He might be a goddamn dog.
I think it was this clip from the Shotzzy. Maybe it wasn't this one. Yeah, I think this is part of the clip anyway. But like, he dived off the top rope and like mid-air, he just nearly killed this guy diving off the top of Skyline. Obviously, we're going to do some MVP predictions in the coming minutes here. Who's going to be the top players of the season? But then he's just slamming. I mean, look at this kill he gets here. This one. Oh, are you happy you're not playing this game, Trey? Let's just have a look at this one real quick.
Yeah, but I told you, I've not touched this game.
Gets 3, gets 4, gets 5. Oh my god. Gets 6.
Like, listen, I can appreciate craft, all right? This guy's disgusting. But the reason I stopped playing COD is because this shit's ass. Like, trust me, it's cool to watch, but like, it just, you know, the reason I stopped playing is because it just ain't what I believe it to be, you know what I'm saying? But I can appreciate someone that is good at it. Yeah. We should GA Shotzzy. That's what we should do.
There we go. Now we're saying the things that need to be said on this damn show.
We should GA Shotzzy.
We need a GA Shotzzy, bro.
Listen, the reason we need to get Shotzzy banned, and here's why, is because he shows all these fucking... If you go in his streams, he just teaches. And this is what these little rat fucks do when we go into rank play. They replicate Shotzzy. We need to... What's the word I'm looking for? Extradite Shotzzy from the CDL. We need to
send him to LatNam, get them going. He needs to find the best talent out there and come back. We need to reset the CDL one time and get the talent, get the top heaviness out of there. That's what I think.
Someone needs to go around to his house, install hacks in his PC, and call him out for it. He won't know they're there, and we need to cancel him. It's the only way we get rid of Shotzzy.
There's big thoughts here. Big thoughts here to try.
The big Jim
Make COD great again. Let's get Shotzzy gone. Give Trey his job back.
The green wall are going to be covered for your shit. That's crazy.
Nah, listen, this guy's disgusting. You know, it's every single game. It don't matter. It don't matter if he wins or loses the game. His gameplay, the way he moves around, is so elegant, and that's just something you can only appreciate. And Hydra too. I think Hydra's on the same level of him as Movement. You know, you watch them two play, it's like watching a deer stroll through in a very well green meadow.
I think ballerina would have been a better term there, but okay, we'll say deer in a meadow.
Yeah,
elegant. It is later in the UK, to be fair.
It is. And I haven't eaten yet.
So that's Shotzzy. A couple of things I wanted to mention before we get into the meat of these predictions real quick. These numbers have like been going crazy. Sides and the guys at FaZe Codmuse putting together highest, basically best and worst KDs on an individual level for multiple players. There are a few pretty interesting ones here. These are Scrappy's. I think there's probably even some more interesting ones that have been posted over the last few days. Even like Ghosties is pretty crazy. Yeah, so this is like in the games that they played.
This is like their KD versus.
Yeah, KD against certain players. So like Ghosty had a 1.86 against Priester. and he was slamming these guys as well, but he was getting slammed usually by Pred and on like a lot of SMGs seem to have his number here. Pred, Envoy, Simp, and then Sib and Insight as well. But yeah, these numbers have just been kind of crazy. There's been lots of interesting ones that have come out. Ace.
The funniest one to me was the Kenny's
yeah.
hardest kill was Lamar. That one I was like, damn, he really shunned him unbelievably. That one.
I knew you were
going
gonna mention that shit. Yeah, these are the top 5 head-to-head KDs. So Ghosty versus Priest was the highest. Hydra had a 1.75 against Standy. Fame got slapped around.
Fame was getting farmed.
Yeah, Fame was getting farmed bad. But the accuracy against Kenny one is actually crazy, given like their history as players and everything.
Well, Lamar, I mean, just an insight. Lamar would always tell me that when it came like to Kenny specifically, whether it was scrims or whether it was matches, like he would always say that he was frying, and I'd be like, I'm just listening to him. Like after scrims, I'm not there. I'm not watching the scrims, but so I'm like, yeah, of course you're frying, but yeah, I mean now I really fucking believe that he was absolutely slamming Ken. Ken, I don't know what mental block you had against Lamar, but he couldn't shoot nobody last year except you. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But no, you're actually bang on. Kenny had like a point. What'd that be? Like a 0.7 or something? 0.6.
Yeah.
0.7 against
Yeah, like
Lamar.
0.6, like a low 7 or high 6 against Lamar, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, given all the times they played, like generally, OpTic got winning that shit. So.
Grab couldn't kill Dashy. Man, Magic, shut up.
Bro, Fame was just getting farmed. Like
Scrap couldn't kill Dashy. Yeah, here we go.
No, my biggest shock on that one is, to be honest, is Skies. I wouldn't think that Scrap would have any type of tough time killing Skies. That's my biggest shock on that entire list.
You know what it is though? The top 3 that is hardest to kill, they're all slow ARs.
That actually is true. They're more like positional ARs.
Skies, Dashy, Cell.
This is just Scrappy against other ARs.
I love how we've called him Decon.
Yeah.
Name's too long. Fucking Decon. Too long, bro.
Decon.
Decon's going in.
We've given him a nickname. What up, Decon?
I found it interesting that like a lot of future teammates on the LA Thieves were like in each other's matchups here. Like Envoy had a pretty favorable matchup, I think, against Hydra, which was interesting because he then had a pretty, and maybe it was Envoy had a great matchup against Kismet, but then a terrible one against Hydra. I don't know, something like that anyway. And it's just interesting to see a couple of names here that are going to be teammates in the future. So maybe there's something in that. But yeah, interesting because I think
Kenny was getting farmed by
yeah, 1.46 is kind of crazy.
Hey, you know what? You know what's kind of
trade,
crazy?
but...
You know what's kind of crazy about those is that we said that like the other 3 that he's had a bad KD against Ace is like slower players, but then you've got Attach that's up there that he's like he's like one of the slowest in my opinion. And
disagree.
I mean, we ain't gonna get into this argument about if Attach is slow. I think Attach is one of the slowest players in the league, but he is good at what he does. I just think he's a slow player. That's not meant that I'm not calling it bad. I'm just thinking he's a slow player. I think he's one of the slower players in the league.
You know, it's kind of weird, but I think it's more positional versus slow. Cellium, Skies is slow, but Cellium, Dashy, Skies will sit on head glitches and play that way. Whereas Attach and Buza, Ken won't necessarily sit on head glitches. They'll be slower, but they're still moving, but like just not on. I don't know. They're not heady players. He's killing people who are running out.
Are you trying to tell me that Cell didn't have? There's only 3 people that had that only made him go under a 1.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing up. I think it was the only player who had, he only had 3 people who he lost matchups against in the league.
That's fucking insane.
2 of them were very marginal, and Estriel, fair play, was kind of impressive. But yeah, you are right, Trey.
Damn,
Estriel is farming, bro.
Estriel is
Ken
the
is
hard
not slow.
counter.
Exactly, Magic. That's what I'm saying. He's not slow. He's moving. He's not sitting on a heady. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, I didn't say Ken was slow.
No. I said it. He misinterpreted what I said as Ken was slow. It's not what I was saying. Yeah, no, Cellium's gross, but I've been the Cellium dick rider all last year, and I'm going to continue to be a Cellium dick rider. Shoot me in the face. He's the best AR.
Bro, your best AR changes week by week. I ain't gonna lie.
He's going to be dropping Sib in there by Major 2. Just going to be back to Dashy by Major 4.
He had Dashy for 2 months straight, and I'm like, yeah, Dashy's good, but he needs to start moving.
When I said that, he ended up winning champs. Keep that in mind.
You said that prior to them getting absolutely mollywopped.
He's just so funny, bro. This guy thinks he knows everything.
What? No.
Yes.
Dude, just trying to call me out for shit I didn't do. Nice try. Cellium's the best AR in the league. Cellium's the best AR in the league.
To be fair, Kremp and Joe the Thieves were getting pissed on that Thieves team. Like, wow. It's like a 1.5 against the SMGs.
Vico, can you if you're still here, can you shoot somebody? Damn, son.
See, he didn't have no beef with you until now.
Now he's gonna come back in here and say we're all Spanish haters.
Fucking all three of you are Spanish haters. You two are Spanish haters. I'm a Vico hater now.
Remember when Ace said Pred was the best SMG last year?
He won champs.
Well,
I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't say he was the best SMG, but you denying him that he was like top 5, top 3 is dumb.
The issue last year was I didn't say he was the best SMG. I said he was getting a lot of unnecessary hate, and he was still one of the best SMGs.
Was he the best SMG? Was he the best SMG? Oh yeah, no. Was he one of the best SMGs at the end of the year? Yeah, he won champs.
Yes, absolutely. My argument was that he was getting a lot of unnecessary hate. Harrison, you're taking it out of context. Put the shit back in context, kid. Fucking pissed me off during the show.
Fred Major 4 was dog shit, so was the whole fucking team.
Yeah, they got slammed. What?
I'd also like Major too. I mean, there was some drama with Pred, and he's got 9 and 28 in a scrim the other day, so I think it might be over.
Hey, listen. All I'ma say is, after that one episode of Dope Check,
we won't say which one.
We won't say which one.
We don't say which one. No, we don't.
He was a different breed.
He was unbelievable after that. I'll be honest.
And I'll tell you, there was no coincidence in that. In my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, we know Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
People in chat know what we're talking about.
No, but shout out to you said it was COD Muse that made these, but yeah, shout out to COD Muse, man, because apparently hearing from Lion, he literally sat there and counted the kill feed individually, one by one to get these cards out to you guys at the end of the year. So that's fucking insane. So shout out to COD Muse.
I respect the craft, but
you wouldn't catch straight doing that.
Could do it myself. Go outside, touch some grass, brother. You did it. You mission accomplished. Go outside now, bro. See the sun, please.
Respectfully, whoever it was, you have my utmost fucking respect. All right, you have my utmost fucking respect because these stats are actually really fucking cool. And I really hope you wasn't watching every series counting one ball, and I hope there was some sort of AI involved.
I think he did have a script, but it didn't always work. So it required.
Harrison, you're a hater today. What a sad way to spend your time. Hey, this is cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Harrison, you're born in the year 2000s. You're supposed to be smiling and shit.
Bro, this is cool as fuck, but like go outside and get your blood tested because you definitely have high cholesterol now and you might have diabetes from sitting inside this long.
Yeah, so, vitamin D deficiency is coming in hard.
Definitely go outside. Your ass probably has sores on it right now because you've been sitting in the chair for too long. I don't want to smell your chair, whoever did this, but thank you for making these because it's super sick.
Content.
Thank
you. No. These are fire. I think there's more coming out soon as well. He's going through the various teams at the moment for the most recent year. But yeah, just before we get onto like the matches this weekend and the season at large, cheating drama continues, as we full well know. I don't know what you guys think about this because look, we know that there's hackers, we know it's a problem, we know they're not banning the cheaters, whatever. Like we've kind of got that point, but I think it's not helping the scene in many respects because many casual players are basically convinced now that every pro is cheating. And on some level, I don't even necessarily blame them because they get stuck in this skill-based matchmaking bubble and then they end up against a pro. They see there are loads of players on the ladders cheating. So I kind of understand the mindset of like, well, maybe this guy's cheating as well. I did think this clip was very hilarious though, when he's showing how Abizi's looking at a second monitor or something when he's just looking up at the minimap. And like, if you're a
he's
pro
probably looking at
player,
his stream chat too.
yeah, or
You
the
know what I'm saying?
chat or anything like exactly.
I mean,
But,
listen, respectfully, Devon P. All right, if you ever fucking, if we ever come into fruition of ever having a conversation in a Twitch chat, all right, you're a fucking idiot. All right, respectfully. Actually,
Respectfully.
no, disrespectfully. Because I ain't gonna lie, how you gonna think a Beezy who does it day in, day out on main stage, left, right, and goddamn motherfucking center, you're gonna sit there and say he's cheating in a rank play game? You know, you ain't better than a Beezy. You know, I'd let a Beezy play you on nunchucks from the Wii, and he'd still dap you about.
Wolves on second monitor.
You know who I blame? You know who I blame with my whole heart?
Bad boy beaming.
I blame Warzone, bro. I blame Warzone kids. I blame those unethical hacking sacks of potatoes called the Warzone kids, man. You've ruined a portion of COD. You've gotten to tournaments, won an ungodly amount of money cheating. Not all of them, but I will say 80% of them cheating, or got caught cheating at some point. So this goes back to a point I've said before on the show. The majority of the COD fan base is actually now in Warzone. It's not in multiplayer. We have the sad reality we have to accept. So when people do want to take a second off of Warzone or Battle Royales and come play some multiplayer, they're used to guys actually hacking. They're used to guys who are good, typically actually hacking. And there's a hella videos on TikTok and stuff that like 50% of them, if you watch Warzone clips and like that's part of your algorithm, are literally about hackers. Is this guy hacking? Beat a hacker. Caught him hacking. Like those are like 50% of the clips that you see. So I blame Warzone for this kid's brain rot and absolute tardation. That's what I gotta say.
Warzone is dying. Listen,
No,
I
it's
saw a
not.
good. No, I mean it is realistically. I saw a good thing on it. The viewers have gone down drastically, and even Warzone tournaments, they don't pull good viewers either. I also saw a comment that said, if Warzone wasn't attached to COD, it would have been dead already. And that is the most factual thing I think I've heard in the last 2 years.
I haven't heard that from people that I know that like they used to play a lot of Warzone, and now they're like, do we even want to play? Should we just play some like 2v2 search and destroy in private games? And like, that's a pretty consistent trend right now. I totally get it.
That's actually, yeah, that's definitely one of the best things I've heard in a long time. If Warzone wasn't a COD game, it actually isn't fun enough to stick around.
Imagine, you know how a lot of these failed, what they
Battle Royales?
Battle Royales.
You know how these standalone battle royales, they never stick around. Imagine if it was just called Warzone. I think it'd be dead so fast.
Yeah,
especially the new one.
I think here probably would have been good, but at this point, the amount that they recycle the game is a big issue. Like COD has no innovation at this point, even in Warzone, which is their biggest money maker. I don't see any real innovation or any attempt to really make it new. And compare that to Fortnite, bro. Fortnite is every goddamn 2 weeks, every month, there's something new. There's sick ass skins. There's collabs. There's map updates, gun update. There's like 1,000 things happening in Fortnite to assure that the player experience is good. Whereas COD, it's just, I don't know, bro. Like I hate to be a COD hater, but damn, it feels like an afterthought, and it always feels like they're running back to, oh, we're bringing back the OG map.
Motherfucker, Rebirth's been back about 44 times.
Yeah, motherfucker, it's been 10 times I've seen the OG map or Rebirth or something like that. Can we get some new shit, please? That's not ass.
And they gave us a new map, and it's, I mean, I haven't played it, but I will say, like, I've played a lot of Battle Royales in my time, and the one thing that makes me happy to play Battle Royales is the the absolute dope you get after like. Remember Blackout when you hit a snipe on someone and you heard the bullet?
Blackout was so fire. I actually played
a
that
sniper,
shit.
a sniper headshot, or like even just the sound of like hitting tier 3 armor. It's like, it was so good. Apex when you dink someone on there or get a kill on Apex, it's a nice dopamine hit. On Warzone, I just got some guy that's just doing 720 360 YYs trying to hit a TikTok clip. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like even like, bro, Blackout. Clay said it best to me during one of our pods. If you haven't seen an exclusive with Clayster, he says how COD used to be an arcade shooter, and that's what made it great. Now they've taken it away from that, and basically what it was is not the same game anymore. So I kind of agree with the game. They used to focus on the fun of it, and now it's all like realism and recycling old nostalgia versus crafting a good game. And Warzone is probably the biggest wasted opportunity because Warzone is so fun. They have a huge player base, but it's just been the same shit for the last year and a half. Basically same thing. So it's another year of COD, man. Another year of COD. We need this weekend to come. We need some pros to start talking shit and push us ahead into the drama.
All right, I think that's a good time to make the transition, ladies and gentlemen. These are your CDL matches for the upcoming weekends, and we start with a banger. Los Angeles Gorillas versus Minnesota Rocker. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. This is what you're here for.
Bro, my first match is going to be a snooze.
I don't know what you mean.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to go counterpoint. I don't think it's going to be a snooze. I think because we get to see the new like Gentlemates roster, I think that's going to be a little bit exciting to see, just see how they perform. Is it going to be kind of a snooze? Sure, but first match, first game, new rosters, pretty much brand new rosters on both teams. It's cool. I think I'm going to be tuned in, locked in, excited to see how this game plays out and how these new rosters really look when it comes down to it.
I love that's where we are now, Trey. Literally first game of the season, we're bringing out the. But all good.
We're not even contacted about it. They even sent a tweet about it. They're not even.
I think they did one tweet today. Actually, I think the Conley did.
I
one
knew to say
tweet.
something like, "Oh, COD starts this weekend, man. Finally, who's the first match? Minnesota." You know.
All right, here we go. I found it. I found the visual CDO graphic. Right, here we go. Yeah. So this is what we got to talk about. Okay, 4 games a day. It's going to be late nights over here in the U of K.
Wow,
Actually,
Europe is going to be in hell, man.
I'm actually going to be in Portugal, I know. So, yeah, Godspeed. But, yeah, okay. Gorillas, Minnesota, day 1. I want to call them Gentlemates. I think they might be all right, you know. Early doors, I think they might be all right. But it's... I don't know. I don't really like the Rocket team. I think if they're going to be good, they're going to be good towards the start of the year. I think the Gentlemates roster... Well, obviously, when we looked at that Priest disguised Kismet Hydra team back a couple of years ago, we thought they might not be that good. Turns out they were very good, but Linz ain't Hydra. And probably the other guys aren't quite the players they used to be. I'm excited to see Kismet play this year, though, because actually, as much as I trash talked on Kismet last year, low-key, I think he might be coming with a vengeance this season. Kismet's a player to watch for me.
Priest is a player to watch for me. I think I'm going to say Priest is a player to watch for me. He's the X factor if they're good or bad. That's the end of the day. He's been having a pretty underwhelming couple of years. I still think he has it in him. There's moments of greatness that we saw last year. You guys, I mean, I went to war for him at certain points last year. I still think he has it.
You went to war for sure.
I did go to war for Priest though. I definitely did. But I just think this year is his last. This is one of those teams and one of those guys that it's like a last chance type of thing. No matter how great they used to be, we can't always stick to that. Last chance to make something happen. Otherwise, I think it's going to be you're going to see him on some bottom teams real soon or out of the league.
Could be curtains. Then OpTic play. Green wall. So, who are we taking to win this one? I mean, I kind of want to say Gorillas.
Hey, who do you got to win this one, bud?
It's a good question.
Oh, I think we're talking about OpTic. Oh, you're talking about Gorillas?
No, I was talking about the first series real quick.
Oh,
just so
I
we
think
can get a prediction out.
you said OpTic, and then you said, who do you have to win this one? I said, Rab's really going against the grain here, man.
I think
you
the
two are
first.
dumb, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. Trey.
You two are dumb, bro.
Nah, I need predictions in the chat real quick. LAG or Minnesota Rocker? I think people are going to say Gentlemates marginally, which I think is
Yep,
probably the correct
Gentlemates.
take. OpTic
Gentlemates.
Boston. I mean, like, I watched Major 4 last year. I sent OpTic get piss slammed by Boston. SU 1.6 masterclass.
If OpTic lose, guys, factually, if OpTic lose to Boston, I'll come on this show, shave my beard live on the show. There you go. Done. I'll shave. I'll go clean face on the show with the razor. Okay.
Wow.
OpTic
That's
is
a
not
big
losing
take.
to Boston. It's a guarantee.
You don't trust Big Wake? Slay heavy game? Big Wake's back?
Don't try to get me to disrespect Big Wake. I trust in Dashy. That's who I trust in. The best AR in the game.
Bro, I heard Doug Martin's coaching this shit.
Whoa. You heard that?
I made that up.
He I don't think Doug's even a part of Boston anymore, is he?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I'm pretty sure they done a tweet, didn't he? Like he's not even got him in their bio anymore or anything like that.
Actually, good thing to
out.
check too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
keep that out.
he still does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got my sources.
The Shadow GM rises from the grave. He's still there.
No, he still is. I think I read somewhere before that he wasn't going to be a part of them or some shit like that. From like some random source.
He's
Dude,
going in.
Brody literally had a dream. He literally woke up from his sleep and decided he's gonna spew misinformation on the show. How fucking dare you, Trey?
Yeah, no, that's on me. Now Doug's gonna make a fucking YouTube video and that's great.
Yeah, we're getting cooked again, aren't they? But even Doug, the season hasn't even started yet.
Trey's having weird dreams about me not even being on bust and like I don't know what these guys are fixated with me.
All right, OpTic taking the dub. Falcons, they have an opening weekends. If there's any opening weekends they could theoretically win something, it's, it could be this weekend. They play the Ravens, they play the Miami boys, but I gotta think it's an uphill battle
getting
for
smoked.
for Clay and the boys.
They're getting smoked.
All right, okay, I'm gonna throw this one up there to the boys, right? Paris Legion, they hold the CDL record worst season in the history of competitive cards in recent times. Even Boston last year weren't as bad as Paris's 2 wins, 23 losses from a couple of years ago. Will the Falcons get more than 2 series wins this season? Higher or lower in the chat right now?
2?
2.
Nah, 2 wins. Right, the fact that they only got 2 wins as a full American team is fucking comedy. Whoever was a part of that should have retired there and then.
Right, we got some mixed opinions here.
Right,
Higher.
I ain't going to lie.
Higher. I can't, bro. I can't disrespect my Muslim brothers like that. Higher, bro. And Coach Clay, we're going higher, bro. Coach Clay is gonna will them to victory. Fuck
Could
these
also
guys.
say
Fuck these
equal.
haters, man. Where's
equal.
Vickle when you need him? Calling them not Spanish haters. They're Saudi haters too.
Hey, Rab, do you want to get invited back to Riyadh or not?
Honestly, I'm thinking Falcons could be mixing it up on the Sundays. I'm feeling good about this Falcons team. I'm saying Clay's he's the truth. He's taking them to the top. Easily higher. I mean, I'm thinking more like, are they going to get 2 or less series losses this year?
Do Falcons play OpTic? Oh, okay, they don't. Okay, I guess my prediction not this weekend. I'll save it for another one.
Oh my god, here we go.
Listen, it's going to be a while before you see a Falcons win, let me tell you. We might be waiting a couple months.
No, I mean, I believe a bit, but I mean, I think my belief...
We're going to be waiting a couple years.
A couple years?
I think my belief may be waning depending on how the first series goes.
I think Clay's going to play a coach and sub himself in.
Yeah, Clay might have to do it. Clay actually might have to do it. But yeah, I think chat's right. I think they'll get more than 2 series wins. I think they will get some upset wins. They'll play an orthodox style. They've got it in them. Have they got it in them weekend 1? I don't think so. But what if they just break the G8s? Fuck it.
I think they've just got to America too.
I literally just arrived like 2 days ago.
Yeah, listen.
It's good.
I love the I can't really say I love the boys. I don't really know them like that, but hey, they won an elite in EU.
They did. They had pretty good.
So
paint,
like
I heard.
they could definitely cause some upsets.
Yeah, they can fuck.
Huh? Huh? Come again?
Nah, haram.
Hey, Crown Prince. All I'm saying is, man, I got 2 guys here saying your team is dog shit. Only one of us is saying it's not dog shit. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win
potential.
more than 2 series this year.
I'm
They're
just
not gonna
thinking
hold the losing record.
They got to bring in Saudi Arabian superstar Huke and Clay, and then they run it back. But yeah, I'm thinking opening weekend it's gonna be an uphill battle. I think Clay's got his work cut out, but I think they got some talent. I mean, I think 2 or 3 of the guys are pretty talented.
It's gonna be Clay. It's gonna be Clay, Huke, Illy, and they're gonna buy out Shotzzy. Run it up, baby!
Bring Krim back from the dead, playing under the Saudi flag.
Just like that, man. That's how it has to happen. I heard that man took a pay cut, and I heard a certain team doesn't have to take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So, might be time to get some Saudi fans, baby.
All right, then to close out day 1, FaZe Toronto. This is interesting just because we saw the K-Sun tournament recently. K-Sun. He goes along. He set that shit up. Obviously, there was no Toronto there. It was Cloud9 instead, but FaZe came 3rd. You know, they went down to OpTic, or they went down to Thieves for sure. I don't know if they lost to OpTic. They lost to Thieves twice, but whatever. The case is that FaZe are out of there. Top 3. Worse than OpTic, worse than Thieves. How are Toronto going to fare? Because to me, Toronto look like the 4th best team on paper. I like the team. I think they're going to be pretty solid. I don't know where they're going to be at the start of the season, but let's not forget that like Kleenex has basically made a finals every single year he's been a pro with this Toronto team. So I'm thinking maybe Game 5 Grueler to close the day.
Game 5 Grueler to close the day, I think, is a good shout. But I think we're going to see a 3-1 FaZe on this one. I think FaZe are better than we imagined. I think that first tournament, again, I was there. I think due to just what was happening with the technical difficulties and everything, everyone was lost a lot of full just throughout it. As long as this schedule goes consistently, we don't have any weird tech delays and stuff like that, FaZe are better than what they showed there. FaZe are going to take it pretty easily against Toronto, in my opinion.
I think it's going to take a little bit of time before this Toronto team like clicks properly. I think FaZe just teaming together for so long now. And just the fact that, I feel like they got a lot to prove in terms of this is their year. They got to prove it. No, the silver second places, all this type of shit. I think this is a year that they're actually going to be dominant. So I've got them taking it 3-0, 3-1. And it'll be somewhat close. I'm not counting Toronto out at all. I still believe they're going to be a top team. It's just I think they're going to take a bit more time to get used to each other.
Yeah, fair takes.
All right, day 2. Vegas come back out. The Spanish boys, they put them down. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the energy in the Spanish camp. I'm feeling good about Spanish COD. My boy Rencor.
I don't hate the Spanish this much, boys. It's a Miami win. This.
Yeah.
I don't even need to.
It don't matter how much shit I've spoke about the boys, man. They're like, Vamonos COD gonna win this one for sure.
They're taking the dub. Vamonos,
Miami,
great at that
Miami for
COD.
sure. I think it's gonna be a masterclass out of Rencor.
At Rencor masterclass. Wow, times have changed. That's crazy scenes. All right, and then Minnesota
For me
Boston.
saying who the fuck is Rencor,
Yeah.
to me saying masterclass. How much of a difference a year can make?
Wow,
Holy shit!
unbelievable. And then we got Rocker versus Boston. I will be tuning out for this one. I will be going to sleep. I will be catching an afternoon nap for this series. We got to talk about the teams real quick. Obviously, you got Boston, you got Awakening, Cammy, Purge, and Snoopy. I mean, it's an interesting one. And then you got the Minnesota team with Nero, Estriel, Porlex, and Geo. So, that's a real battle for the ages there. But it's just the way that the league is nowadays, right? There's going to be some series this season. I will be putting the kettle on. But I'm thinking.
Putting the kettle on.
I'm thinking Minnesota dub.
I can't wait to go for a walk for this series. It's gonna be like long, a nice long walk.
Maybe a fucking brisk, great
Nice bit of
walk.
fresh
That one.
air, like in the pissing rain. It'll still be more fun than watching this.
We got some bangers to close it out, though.
We actually do. Surge Toronto's
Yeah,
good.
we got some.
I don't know
What's
what
our
to expect
prediction?
from the Surge
Minnesota,
team.
Boston. Who wins? I know who cares, but like Boston.
I'm
I'll say
taking
Boston.
Rocker. I'm giving. I don't know.
Oh shit! You left it up to me, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boston,
I got Boston. Who you got?
Minnesota.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna find out when you guys find out because I'll be. Who did you have, Ace?
Boston.
Fuck, he loves Snoop.
It's crazy. Huh?
I'm going
This is
Minnesota.
his chance, man. This is his big. This is his moment, man. I'm
As
telling
soon
you.
as
watch.
accuracy
I'm going
leaves
Minnesota.
Rocker,
It's going to be an estrial fucking slammage. This one guy that was just taking everyone down in the 1v1s of that guy that didn't leave his room for 4 weeks watching every COD back to back. Estrial slamming everyone. It's a Minnesota win, 3-1.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a good prediction out of you. No, I think I like it in general. It's just funny how it works because Lamar leaves Minnesota and all of a sudden Ace is on his Rocker hater arc. But I know there's one team he's going to be gassing up. I see him coming. And we'll get to them in a second.
All right. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see how right you are.
So we got Surge Toronto before then. I think Toronto should be the better team, but I'm pretty fascinated to see how Surge get on here. Obviously, it could be a Ramble Ray masterclass. But yeah, I'm just not sure what to really expect out of Surge, right? Because I look at that 0-4 Hixie duo and I think, wow, they could be getting piss slammed. Especially against Cullion X and Joe the Thieves, who I'm expecting will deliver more numbers. But when it comes to Search and Destroy, that's when Surge could be a serious problem. So I'm thinking Toronto 3-1.
I'm going. I actually like your analysis. You know what? Hey, Rab, you got a big ass head, and that was a good analysis out of you. Okay, that was big brain of you.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm taking it.
I'm back.
I'm piggybacking that exact analysis and exact prediction from Rab on that one because I actually think exactly the same thing on that one. 100%.
This is going to be an absolute grueler. I've got Vancouver taking it 3-2.
Jesus.
Wow.
No, his sub point I think is really big there. 0-4 makes the right play. Hixie makes the right play. That could be a problem. They're both guys who's
I'm
aren't
also
necessarily
looking
known
at
for
it,
playing prowess.
I'm also looking at it like it's a pretty much battle of EU. A lot of EU players on there, and listen, it's gonna go one way. It's gonna be Ben Bean slamming or Nasty slamming. There's no in between. And I know they're all good friends, especially like Hixie and Beans and all that. So it's gonna be a fun series. Like it's actually gonna be a really fun series to watch. I will be. Wait, what time is that? I will be awake for that one.
I will be awake for that one.
Lovely.
Wow. Trey will be
I will
setting
wait.
the alarm.
I'll be waking up from my nap of that. I'll be waking up from my nap of the first two matches and tuning into the third. And you guys are gonna ask where to watch. You guys are gonna ask, well, we don't watch party in it. Hell no.
Nah, Joe's asleep in these ones, I'm afraid.
Hell
We'll try again next year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year we want the watch party.
Maybe next year.
The last one though, this I think I'm gonna get your guys' takes first, but Thieves versus NY. Both teams debut to close out the Saturday. Banger. I'll be
LA
tuned in
Thieves
on that
3-0.
one.
Oh.
LA Thieves 3-0. Trey
I saw
hates me,
Sib
bro. Trey
pissing in
fucking hates me,
scrims.
huh?
I don't hate you.
It's all good, Trey. It's all good, man.
I'm just remember what happened at the K-Sign land. And they got
Rap?
slammed.
It kind of did.
Rap prediction?
I'm taking Thieves. I'm gonna throw it out there right now. I think the OpTic team, they're nice. They're the world champions. They won it a few months ago. Fair play. But very difficult for teams to go back-to-back here in competitive Call of Duty and even win anything again as the world champions. FaZe, I think they're mentally compromised against Scrappy. They lost to him all last year on Toronto. This year, Scrappy's team is better than it was before. I look at that Thieves team and I see the best team in the world. This season, Thieves, they've put all their eggs in this basket. Nadeshot's gassing them up. Their chemistry is going to be there. They're going to bring the energy because Scrappy's got even more of a villain persona around him now than he had before. He's still going to be slamming Drazi in all the matches they play. And I think Thieves keep up their historical record of beating OpTic when it matters. So I think Thieves have no problem dealing with the New York Subliners or the Cloud9 New York in this series. And I'm saying Thieves are the best team of the year by the end of the season.
I can't believe that these two are sitting with me right now and spewing absolute caca bullshit. I can't believe it. It's already happening so early on. Okay. Mike, I like what you said there. Envoy will cost them. Hey, Mike. But listen. This series is going to be map 5 LAT win.
Oh.
But LAT are far away from the best team in the world. FaZe and OpTic are much better. I think you're tweaking, Reb. Thieves are good. Thieves are good, but they're new, and they have holes in their game. Envoy, even at the Kazon LAN, was having moments where he was not performing.
$50,000 champions.
All I'm saying, there was moments to identify there.
You also said everyone was losing full because of how the wait times.
No, I agree.
Mentally strong.
I agree.
LA Thieves, mental strength. OpTic,
I'm
mental
saying,
weak.
though,
Yeah.
OpTic and FaZe, I still have ahead for good reason. And
Yeah,
and I
what?
don't know.
No.
OpTic and FaZe ahead for good reason.
Oh, I thought you said it. Never mind.
Never mind.
What'd you think I said?
Carry on.
What'd you think I said?
Don't worry about it.
All right. And LAT sits third, and I still have NY at fourth. But this is going to go map 5. LAT are going to close it out, though.
I think LA Thieves are going to expose New York.
Pull down their panties and
Bull
slap
Noah.
around their willy.
And they're going, yeah, they're just going down. I wouldn't add the rest on what you said there.
Oh, no slapping around on the willy?
They're
Okay,
gonna
never mind.
they're gonna pull the pants down and see the pisser. That's what they're gonna do.
All right, nicely put.
Fair enough. Sunday. Now, okay, Sunday.
Wow,
Could be a
New
good
York
day.
have a tough weekend.
Yeah, New York have a shit. Only New York has.
As to
How
Thieves,
is
to
New
be
York
fair.
getting
As
set
to
up this
FaZe.
way?
Hey Rab, I'm looking at the first 2 matches and I'm looking like solid nap.
I'm thinking, I mean, if my round of golf finishes a bit late, no problem being me. You hit out the boys for a couple of pints the first few series, head back to the hotel room for when the bangers start at 3 p.m. Pacific. That could be me.
Nah, I'm a slasher fan.
Yeah, that's the. I don't know why we're forgetting, bro. Slashers on this team now. I
I
want
mean,
to see.
I really want that
realistically,
team to be good,
stream.
you
I
know.
just want to say we are joking. It is start of the season. We are actually excited. Now, if this was 6 months in, you know, I would be having a nap. But I'm actually excited to watch these. So, like, you know, we're only joking. It's just keeping up the gimmick. I know some of you's got a little smirk now, kicking up your feet, you know, giggles, you know, whatever like that, because we're three attractive men.
Uh-huh.
But LAG versus Carolina. I've got Carolina taking it. My boy Slasher's going to come out here and absolutely world star. And that's my dog right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm expecting. I really have really high expectations for Gwyn, and along with I don't know. I think having Slasher with Vivid too, that AR duo, I think is gonna work really well. So I'm excited. Again, Carolina to me at this point, just based on roster, are the most underrated looking team. The ones that are gonna outperform their expectations this year. So I really hope we get to see a glimpse of that this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think, like, I'd love the Ravens team to be good. I don't know how good they're actually going to be. I'd love them to be good, though. Because I like the team on paper. I think they've done a good job. I'm just not so sure this current meta is going to suit them especially well. But, yeah, we'll see. Miami Surge is fascinating. I'm buzzing for this one. I've got Miami in this one.
You're a fucking hater, man.
got
Unbelievable
Miami in
level
this
of
one.
hater.
I told you.
3-0, done. 3-0.
I told you it was never Vickle. It's Miami. It's the Heretics.
Shut up, Vic.
I wasn't speaking shit about Vickle. You can be on the team or off the team. The answer still stays the same.
I'm gonna go map 4. I'm gonna go 3-2 Surge, because early in the year I think Miami's gonna take both the hard points. And I really am concerned about the sub duo, like Rab said. Like that sub duo to me is a very weird one.
I've got Miami coming in, hot 3-0, smoking these boys.
I'll tell you what, I tell you what, Rab. I tell you what.
Look at this dumbass with this smile on his face too, bro. Fuck this guy, bro. Look at him.
Miami smoked them 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a premium steak dinner in Spain.
Lock
Like,
it
and
in.
I'm talking primo,
premium
and that
shit.
won't be me. That won't message Steve asking for it back.
All right. I mean, I'll take you up on that, and I'll run it back with it when you make a crazy prediction this year. You know, I got you. If it
Is
comes
that how
up.
we're gonna do it? Crazy, our crazy. If anyone takes any crazy predictions this year, it's steak dinners.
I'm
can be.
eating nice. I'm
Yeah.
eating nice.
It's gonna be nice. I'm being nice. I'm enjoying. I'm being googling best steakhouses right now. I might go on Google right now.
You can do it because then
Just
you'll be
start
like,
looking
oh,
in.
shit, look what I could have if I wasn't dumb.
Nah, but A5 Wagyu, like moving like Rambo Ray.
Get me a Cheesecake Factory. Get me a miso salmon. I'll be happy, boys. There you go. Do it simple.
Let's go. It's Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, Miami 3-0, but I got overruled on this one, so unlucky. But like low-key Miami team to watch this year. Then we got OpTic Cloud9. I think did they play? Or maybe they didn't play. No, they did play at the tournament, didn't they? OpTic beat him.
Yeah.
Case and Tawny, OpTic slammed him, not even close. Sib's their best player. Unfortunately, the rest of the team ain't living up to expectations. Lamar needs to sub himself back in.
I'm gonna let Trey be last in this one. I think Cloud9 win this series, 3-1, and it's going to be a Kenny stinker against his now coach father.
Wow.
Kenny stinker.
Decent take.
I've got an OpTic win. 3-0. I'm still scared of the Cloud9 SMG duo.
Damn, 3-0. Smoking their shit.
Yeah. I got a lot of 3-0s this weekend.
I like that. Keep it quick.
I don't know if that's
Crep is nasty. I know we like to joke a lot on this show, but like, you gotta tune in, bro. This guy Kremp is actually so nice. He's nasty. He's fucking giant too, but he's nasty at this game.
I never
Like, I
once
think
called
he-
him. I never once called
No,
him.
no, no.
ass.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying more. He's gonna. People aren't expecting him to be this good. I think people who watched like, the K's on Land and all that kind of stuff saw glimpses of it. But when this season comes up, we get into these online matches. One of the biggest surprises, I'm telling you now, is going to be how good Kremp is. That's going to be one of the storylines of shock for a lot of people.
You know me. If I'm not hating, then I ain't myself.
I agree. I love you. I love you for it. I love you for it. I hate you for it. It's both things, man. Absolute love.
Absolutely. 3-0 OpTic.
All right, and then the final series of the weekends. It's Atlanta
Banger.
FaZe. Banger. Scrappy versus Draza. We're back at it again. The new season's here, but nothing has changed because I'm looking forward to this one. We know that last year, Scrappy had his number most of the time. Now this year's Thieves team, they pack-a-punch their shit. I think it's a done deal. Scrappy comes out, pisses all over him. Thieves 3-1, GG. FaZe fall off year, inbound.
Fuck me. That's a crazy prediction. Trey, I'm gonna let you go first, and I'll close. I want to close this one out.
Atlanta win 3-1.
Okay. Not okay. Not a crazy take idea. Yeah, FaZe win this series as well. They close this weekend out 2-0. They're gonna be on another year of being great online. The predictions you guys are making for FaZe fall off year, we'll save that for LAN. We'll see online. I think they're gonna be just as good as they've been every other year.
It's probably a fair take, to be fair. Same thing, different year, says Dead. Yeah, I definitely buy it. Okay, well, those are the opening weekend
Hang on.
games.
For starters, you make it out like they're fucking ass online.
They're not. They're not. I'm saying we'll see closer to then what this year is gonna be like, and if they do full, let's say, go bottom top 8 at fucking Major 1, then we can say FaZe fall off here.
I think we're in for a FaZe takeover year.
Wow. Well,
Like a
well.
takeover. They're going to win like 3 out of the 5.
Holy shit, you think FaZe are back this year?
Oh, 100%.
If they win 3 out of the 5, that's prophetic, bro. That's actually where you're hitting prophetic.
I mean, there's
levels of,
6
like,
actually. There's
prediction here.
EWC too, huh?
Are we counting EWC as 3 out of 5? Yeah.
I mean, I was more talking like COD League season, but 3 out of 6 then.
Okay. All right, that's a bold prediction right
decent
there. But if it
season,
happens, man,
But they ain't winning champs. We'll see.
this year might be their year, bro. This
Yo,
might
we
be it.
need we need a recap of the end of the year from the first episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do need like
there's some
certain
predictions.
We need a montage, mate. Where's that guy that done all the 1v1 stats? I'm sure he's got some spare time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely do need a montage of last year's like predictions, moments, just everything else.
Well, that's what we're going to go through and do now. We're going to make some predictions for the new season. We're going to predict season standings. And then we're going to talk about some players to watch for the upcoming season. And then we're going to call it a day
Let's
for
go.
all the ladies and gentlemen. So, let's begin with the 4 teams that are not going to make it to the World Championship this year. These are your options. I'm scrolling through them now on the stream. 4 aren't going to make it. 8 are going to make it if they don't change the rules.
Alrighty, can I begin?
You can begin.
Yeah, go.
Who isn't gonna make it? First, Minnesota Rocker. 1.
Wow.
Go ahead. No, I'll just do one by one. Go ahead. Trey, who you got?
To not make champs.
To not make champs.
Bro, why are you speaking like this, bro?
I didn't want to get banned from a certain country, so I'm sticking with my Rocker pick.
I don't care, Vegas.
All right, let's try Vegas. All right, Vegas are done. I got to pick another team. I'm taking Boston.
Boston?
I think they're too ass.
And then I got the 4th. This year, because they got rid of Bad Boy Vickle, Miami.
No way. Wow.
Miami, yeah. I don't think they're gonna make it with this roster.
Hater, bro.
It's gonna be like 3 rookies the entire year, bro. I think they're gonna end up bringing Super in, and it's gonna be just 3 rookies or 3 challengers players like running it. Rookies, challenge players, young, however you want to phrase it. Just it's not gonna work out well. So those are my 4 to not make champs. So first team to make who do you think is the first team to make a change?
Nah, that's a good one.
I ain't gonna lie. I genuinely believe it might be Cloud9. I said this before the season as well.
First
You
team to make a
actually did.
change would be Cloud9?
I think it's gonna be. Now listen, this is just based on my premise of I don't like the sub duo that much. They could just surprise me, which is okay. I'm happy for them to prove me wrong. I'm happy for everyone to prove me wrong. I think if Cloud9 don't start winning matches like early and major ones a little bit fuckery, I think that's where we see Huke go.
This is a question because I think Huke is the first player to get picked up from challenges. The question is, where does he go? And therefore, which team is first to make a change? I think Cloud9 is an option for sure. There's not that many others that, I mean, potentially...
No, wait. Here's a bold take. What if Gentlemates swapped out Lins for Huke?
They ain't going to do that. They want the French kid.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I think that roster considerably... Maybe Kismet's ass in this game. I don't know, but I feel like one of their subs. This is my prediction for them. Bold predictions, right? I think one of LAG subs is gonna be absolute dog shit. Don't know which, but I think one is gonna be dog shit, and I think Huke will. If that happens, which I think it will, Huke could end up on Gentlemates. And if the French connection is an absolute must for them, then Kismet might see his time up.
I'm taking Surge because I think last year they messed around with their team quite a bit at the start. I know obviously that was Illy induced, but they had loads of roster drama at the start of last season. I think Rambo Ray. The issue is Rambo Ray. He's not a big fan of Huke, is he? Look at the minimap. So
No, you fucking hate him. Who can go in there?
Yeah, he can't go in there. So I might be cooked on
And
this
Illy
one.
ain't going there.
Illy ain't going there. Yeah. So what the fuck changes they gonna make? Good question, Audi Donkey.
Capsule.
Yeah, honestly, maybe. I think they've got to
Capsule on
be
this
in the
team
combo.
with 04 could be a really good duo.
if it's a good team that's gonna make a change, Huke's just gonna go there, and realistically, if let's say if Surge, all three players wanted Huke, Rambo's just gonna have to suck it up and be like, Kyler, come to Papa. we're back in action.
Yeah, we'll come back. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Joe Deceives thing as well, but also let's not forget Joe Deceives had a pretty rough start to last year and he did get benched. Obviously, he turned up big time this season, but like if Toronto are really trying to win, they might think about minus Joe Deceives plus Huke.
Nah, you're tripping, bro. Joe Deceives is disgusting.
He's nice, but
Joe
like,
Deceives, that kid is
Toronto
that
sometimes
kid is
do that shit.
That kid is good. He's a little crackhead, and in this game, that crackheadness is gonna work out really well for him. So I think Joe Deceives again is for people that aren't too sure of him. Not gonna be too much of a surprise. He closed out the year really strong. He's gonna be someone that's like someone to watch throughout the year for me.
I think Joe Deceives has like a good what's the word I'm looking for? Like fail safe because of what happened last year. If he has a slow start, they're just gonna whack him on the bench and just hope he has a, you know what I'm saying? He has a good like fail safe. Like I feel like he always has a second chance right now until he doesn't.
Yeah, young guy with a lot of talent that understands the game and is placed well with a team that didn't start the year out well. I mean, you got to give that kind of opportunity, that kind of potential. You got to give him more of a chance to keep developing and see what he can do.
And we are, a lot of us are also forgetting as well how well that 100 Thieves team did towards the end of the year at Champs and at EWC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not like those players are ass. Maybe they worked well together on a team and they're not going to work as well out of it. But end of the day, like those 4 players still played their fucking heart out and, they were good. So
results are results.
What about Raven? Did they shit the bed?
First player to get dipped out if they are ass is
Vivid.
going to be Vivid.
Loki,
yeah,
Vivid's getting dropped again this season, bro. It's just gonna happen. Like, I don't want it to happen.
I think 100. I think also, I mean, keep in mind too. I should be maybe forgetting this is too, but this is also a role change for him too.
Yeah,
He's swapping over to AR. So if anything goes wrong, you best believe Slasher's not getting the boot. Their rookie of the year is not getting the boot, and TJ Halley, I think I think S&D himself, I think he's too much of a valuable piece just for S&D alone. And he's been playing really last year. I mean, to close out the year, he was their most consistent player by far. So I think Reese is kind of the odd man out in this situation, especially the role change. If anything goes wrong, a lot of the blame can fall on him for sure.
All right, this is what I want next.
Illy for Vivid? I mean, shit.
I mean, I'd kind of be down. I want to see it. I don't know what Sasha thinks about that. Like, I don't know what his take is on Illy. You know what I mean?
If people in the scene talk, if Ender is proving himself in challengers and is not in the same capacity that he was last year that got him removed, people are going to hear about it. People will know the updates. Players talk to each other all the time. If he's different this year and that's shown consistently, let's say a major in, someone will take a chance on him. Carolina probably makes the most sense, but I wouldn't guarantee anything. I don't think that's like how the OpTic guys were saying on their podcast, like, oh, these are the top 2 for sure. No, I think it's just he could fall into a situation if all the pieces line up correctly.
I think, yeah. I mean, Good Dumps is not wrong. Like, that team in Search would be insane. Like, Gwyn was great at Search last year. Then he got Slasher, Tej, and Illy. Like, that's a 2-3-5.
They would literally be taking over series just on that.
So I think there's something to keep in mind. Like if Ravens, I don't expect Ravens to come out the gates that hot. That's the thing. So I think they're an early candidate to make a change actually. And of course they don't want to make the mistake they made last year as Ravens, which is where I wouldn't say they waited too long, but like, well, obviously there was that too. But like by the time they actually dropped God X and they made the changes they made and they eventually got kind of good, they got so piss slammed Major 1 and start of Major 2 that they just had no points.
I forgot he was on that team.
God X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But like they were getting world starred so bad that like they just didn't have enough points at the end of the season because their start was so bad. So like they can't afford to allow that to happen again.
Do we have any rookies this year?
Well, let's do that next. Rookie of the year, gentlemen. We have a grand total of 6. Technically.
Ooh.
Okay.
Rencor?
Khalid, Exnid,
Oh, these guys.
King of Body, Roxas. There's 4. Then we
And then
have
Rancor and
Rancor
Super?
and Super. That's it. That's the lot.
Hey, yo, respectfully, that's probably the most dog shit class we've ever had in rookies in COD history. Like, that's no disrespect, bro. But Rancor,
mean, I
if
ain't
you don't
gonna
get
lie.
this fucking award, I'm beating your ass when I see you.
I ain't
Like,
gonna,
what are
I
you
ain't gonna
talking
lie.
about?
I think. Yeah, no. For starters, yeah, like
This is one of the worst. This may be the worst class we've ever seen in Call of Duty.
it's
The worst rookie class.
we've gone from 2016 double XL from Uzi Vert fucking 21 Savage Kodak Black to 2024 with goddamn I don't know who the fuck's in it.
We don't know who these people are, bro.
I do think Benjamin Beans deserves to be on
Beans.
vote because he came in last year. Like halfway through.
Oh,
you
you
know
played
what I'm
Modern
saying?
Warfare 2 as well, didn't he? You were on like boss
Yeah,
or
he
some
did.
shit.
Yeah, he did.
I'd
Yeah,
love to
no,
call him
definitely
Rookie of the
did.
Year, but he is cooked. And Snoopy can't. I mean, obviously Snoopy's been around a while, but like he couldn't even win it the year before. 'cause
Hey,
he
I
got
was
put
trying.
in
I
the
was.
series
I
or
was
whatever.
trying to make the class a little bit goddamn better, man. Because
Yeah,
what the?
no, we are
is this?
we are cooked. The only hope, honestly, is like, oh yeah, Marcel he goes by now, so Marcel's new, so
Wait,
Who's
that?
Marcel?
that's what Beans is calling himself now. He changed his name to Marcel. I don't know why.
Oh,
So, so Marcel Rookie of the Year. I'd never heard of that guy before.
Hey, that's nice and sweet for you, Marcel. But I'm calling you Beans. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, Lloydmus isn't wrong that like there's a decent chance that there is some sort of rookie, like in Cold War when Standy came in, like Major 2, Major 3, and he was. I mean, okay, Insight might have been Rookie of the Year that year, might have been Standy. There's some debate on it, but there's a good chance someone comes in mid-year this year. Like, I thought Cobra was going to get a spot this season. He'd have been in the convo had he joined Rocker. That never happens. Obviously, there's guys like Encourage on the Stallions, young, cracked, players, kind of like Joe Thieves, that might get an opportunity mid-season. So I think that's like the potential. But if you had to say balance of probabilities, you're probably going to say Rancor, right? Because at least he's on a starting roster on a team that's probably going to do better.
Balance of probabilities. If he doesn't win it, he needs to retire.
Yeah, it should
What if
literally.
Super comes in, gets subbed in and fries? What if Khalid is?
I mean,
the
it's
next
got to be
coming
fucking
in?
one of them, ain't it?
Yeah.
Nah, Billy.
Imagine
Exnid
not
is
making
still
champs
a
to being Rookie of the Year.
try. I mean,
Well, to be fair, both the teams that have the rookies are probably not making champs. So our Rookie of the Year is gonna get his award
Having a
with his
grin,
ass at
right?
home watching online. That's basically what's gonna happen.
yeah, I mean, shit happened this year, so I think
I don't
we've
know.
got to say Rancor.
What the hell happened, man? Where's rookie class, bro? How does this happen?
Warzone. It's
Warzone ate us up.
Yeah.
Literally ate our asses.
No, let's just all come to a collective agreement. COD is ass.
Nah.
I believe
not bad.
next year it's got to get better, bro. But like this shit is actually rock bottom. I ain't gonna lie.
Forever and
No,
ever. I'll say it again. Jetpacks, bring them back. That's it.
It's like you, Ace. It's like
Yeah.
you said though. Like, where is the rookies? Like, we're not breeding any in challenges anymore.
Because challenges don't
Nah.
fucking make any sense. It's like what Ben Bance said the other day that like the fact that you have to be 18 to compete in challenges just completely screws every player. Like in any other competent esport or normal sport, you can play in tier 3, tier 4, tier 2 before you're 18. And in Valorant, it's the same thing. You get cracked like 14, 15-year-olds grind in Valorant tier 2 and stuff. And then they get old enough to play tier 1, and then they play tier 1. It's like, it's how it used to be in COD. You'd get Illy and like Envoy and Huke and Kenny and Temp and all these other players that weren't old enough to compete at the time. And then they have to take a couple of years out and then they get to play again. But like, at least back then you could compete when you were underage. For some reason nowadays that ain't a thing. Even like, why are we not getting, the parents can sign a form or something? Like, it can't be that hard. It actually kills challenges so bad.
Yeah, I'm going to double down on that thought and say that once a kid's 18, 19, and they're just starting their career and they hit 20, 21 before they get on a team most likely, at that point, there's some real life decisions that have to happen at 20 years old, Like 20, 21, like, are you good enough? You have to find out way quicker if you're good than before. Before you're 15, 14, 16, you have 2 years to develop competing before you can decide, essentially. So, I mean, go ahead, Trey. You experienced that life, so tell me.
I mean, I experienced a good life though. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have this like there was like restrictions on age, but like I lived like the life of like where you was a like you were always in the spotlight if you made it. We played open bracket into the pro bracket, and then we actually got given spots to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we need to go back to that because I like the open bracket teams were kind of ass when I was playing. So even when they came through, we already had this discussion. Like, they just got bopped.
Yeah.
But you look at the way the world's moving now. Yeah, realistically, if you're 16, are you gonna be like, oh, I can't wait to play Challengers at 18, or are you just gonna go live on TikTok, post TikTok clips of you just frying people in Warzone?
Or just go play Fortnite.
Or just something along the content base of, oh wait, I'm fucking sick at this game. Let me go prove to people how good I am. I don't have to go wait for Zuma to go live to play Zuma 8s. I'm just gonna go in Warzone, fry in there, post some clips of me doing YY 360, 720, 180s. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at right now. I feel like a lot of competitive stuff in gaming's kind of dying unless it's like League of Legends, Dota, or something like that. That's already like solidified what it is prior to that. They're competitive game modes when you load up the game. Same as CS, same as Valorant. They are competitive as they start out to as they end. Whereas COD, it's pubs, Warzone, a little bit competitive. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at right now. And that's why Warzone takes over that, like, when the CDL came out, or like failed pros, or like failed people that couldn't compete as a pro or couldn't make it pro, they went over to Warzone and done content. And guess what? They're all fucking killing it. So
they're killing it, making more money, a way better point in their lives, buying houses, having, like, actually some have kids that
they don't have to they don't have to move to go play for a team. They can just play at home. They all got wives. They've all got dogs. You know what I'm saying? They live a great life. So why would you you add up the pros and cons to being a professional Call of Duty player in the CDL to being a content creator for Warzone? You just get stamped out though. There's nothing better.
100%. Yeah, and then take it a notch down. Like we said, the discussion started at being 18. Can I be 18 and challengers? Not in the CDL. You're not a pro at shit. You're 18 and challengers making no money, trying to grind your way up. Or I can grind a year on TikTok or on content and have a situation that I'm fully in control of, making a lot more money, streaming, and running up my bank account that way, rather than paying out of my pocket, losing like $5,000 in a year, traveling, tickets, hotels, team passes, everything else. Yeah, it's kind of you got to give some goddamn incentivization to come to the league, or else, yeah, there's gonna be a rookie class like this. 4 of them are from Saudi and have been playing for years, and 2 of them are Spanish kids have been playing for years. It's not like it's not a real rookie.
It's not like it's not like they're 18 coming like straight in, or like, wow, I've just turned 18, I'm frying, I'm in the league. It's motherfuckers like 20 plus.
Yeah, what, like 4 of them are coming in just because we could agree they're just coming in because the team got bought. The other 2 are coming in because they grinded a bit, but nah, there's no one really left in challengers that's really exciting anyone and really has their an attention on them. We definitely need to change that rule. Get some 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I don't care how young. Just get them and start playing.
Wait.
Hey,
hold
Chris
up.
Hansen, get this motherfucker. Nah.
Hold up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him.
I'm just saying, the younger you get down that border wall, that boundary wall for Call of Duty, the younger you get into the game, the more options you have of getting these kids addicted to it, pushing forward in it, really seeing it as a possibility for them. And if we saw some 16-year-olds in the pro league, I mean, that would change up it would change up everything.
Even like the most exciting pickup for challengers right now is Huke, who has been a professional player since he was 16 on AW.
Yeah, this is the issue, right? It's like there are exciting players in challenges, but they're all former pros. Like the fact that Illy is back to challenges and the team that he's got is, well, it was Flames, Fire, and Gunsy, and now it's Standy, Arcetes, and Johnny. It's like, you're like, where where are the new players? You know, like we're seeing these days for years. And fair play to guys like Geo. They come in, they do well, and they keep a CDL spot. Paul X has obviously done well enough in challenges last year to earn one back. So like, you know, I'm not saying these guys should be dropped for players that never played in the league before, but there just aren't enough of them out there. Like, it's not like we have players like Illy that are about to turn 18 and are hella hyped as they were back then.
Yeah, it's the whole thing that it's funny part is most of these players that are in the league now that are some of your favorites had hype around them before they were 18. That's the big thing. That's the big deal. That's the special spice and sauce that everyone was waiting for this kid. It sounds so bad to turn 18 so they get their paws on him. No. So
Right, listen, Black Ops 4, we had like Black
Yeah.
Ops 4, we had Simp, you know.
You turned 18 like mid-year.
You know, yeah, even going back like further, that we had like Huke, TJ Halley pulling up in his fucking Cookie Monster pajamas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got Temp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Temp, Huke, TJ Halley, like, we don't got that no more. And I'm not saying we don't have people like that. It's just like, that's what the CDL has done, realistically. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we've lost a lot of that, like, we've lost a lot of those, like, up-and-coming talents coming through, because why would you want to wait that long to play in the CDL when, you know, we've just watched Vickle, who's 21 years old, retire.
Insane.
Why would you even want to go through that when you're just coming up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool and all, like, that the whole process. But I feel like these days you need to get kind of gifted a spot into the league. Like, you need to shit talk your way to get noticed into the league. Like, you got to be good, but like, you got to be socially pushed into it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, there's intangibles.
Yeah. Even being on the Stallions gives you more of a boost than anyone else in the challenger scene. Let's be honest.
For sure, 1000%. FC Black, Stallions, those are your biggest ways to get some sort of following and push ahead. But before the situation gets out of hand, the league, challengers needs to do something about it. It needs to kind of see the direction we're on and address the issue before we lose completely. We lose like the talent pool of like the path to pro. Basically, we lose that completely. It's getting kind of scarce. The water in the desert is getting real low right now. And it's getting to like a dangerous time.
And that's what the COD League all stemmed from. The logo, it was the path to pro. We started you know what I'm saying? And guess what? They fucked it off.
It's still there in the logo though, Trey. It still means it exists.
Oh yeah, no, the logo is dominant.
The pros, the fans, and the challengers,
and the core, the challengers, and guess what?
The core of the scene, yeah.
Yeah, and if they designed a logo about how it was now, it'd just be a fucking straight line.
Yeah, exactly.
But we ain't gonna get into that because we'll be here for another 6 hours, and we all know how it's been. It's been going like that way, and we got Mama Tatch coming in the chat. It's an absolute pleasure to see you, Kim. I can't wait to see you at every event or most events this year. It's a goddamn pleasure to be
Absolutely.
Here,
good to see you back, Kim.
W's.
W Mama Tatch.
Once we finish on that absolute goddamn tangent we just went on, it's an absolute pleasure to see everyone in this chat.
I need a couple more predictions from the gentleman before we close out the video. I want to know, we predicted the bottom 4. I want to know top 4 in order at the end of the season. So I'm talking,
we're talking like standings?
CDL standings at the end of the year. Right, so FaZe have won it for the last 5 years in a row.
FaZe.
All right.
FaZe.
But I want in order top 4. Start with number 4 because 4's the most interesting because I think everyone's going to have the same 3 in some order.
I'll start with 4. C9.
Oh, wow. Of course, Mama Tatch comes in the chat and he's dropping the C9.
OpTic, LAT, FaZe. Season standings.
Wow.
It's not a terrible season standings. I'm just changing my 4th one, I think. You want to go?
I'll go.
I feel like my only shock one was OpTic not taking.
I'm going.
I think 3rd.
I'm going Toronto 4th. I'm going OpTic 3rd. I'm going FaZe 2nd. Oh, I'm going FaZe 2nd. And I'm going LA Thieves first. Run it up.
That's probably the best shit Rap has done in a long time. That shit was ill. That was sick. All right. I need a meme. Man, we need a meme of that, by the way. Line, whoever's in the chat, we need a image of him just doing that to the camera, zoomed in, so I can use that on people. Thank you.
The 4 spots between Toronto and C9 for me. And I've got Toronto taking it. I think C9 will be 5th, and I think it will be close, though. That's the tops up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, so we predicted the top 4. I want to know...
MVP?
I want to know... Before we do MVP, I want to know...
I didn't even do my top 4.
Oh, you did not do your top 4? I'm tripping.
Nah.
Okay, hit me.
I just said I got C9. I got Toronto 4th.
Yeah.
OpTic 3rd.
Okay.
LAT 2nd. FaZe 1st.
Okay.
Okay. So,
It's probably a
we
fair
have the
take.
same
I
amount of
actually think
sports
like OpTic... I think OpTic will win a couple of events this year. Well, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I think they're not going to do as well in the league standings. That's my prediction anyway.
If we're talking online, I think with LA Thieves all being in Dallas too, that helps them out a bunch because recently they've all
That's
been
what
in
I'm
LA.
saying. Yeah.
They've also got a fucking absolutely incredible team. I just think FaZe has just won it last 5 years in a row. I think it's just going to be the same shit. I think they're just a very good team online. And like I said, I think we're going to have a dominant FaZe takeover this year. And I think OpTic, like last year, we just saw them have that bad stage 4, and I think they've got another one of those in them. And probably not to that extent, but I think online COD for them, it just hurts them a bit more than everyone else.
It's good analysis out of you,
Okay.
Trey, I think.
I got one more for MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Most improved player of the year.
Oh, I like this. Okay. Let me scroll up and down real quick. So are we talking someone who was dog shit last year and is going to step up this year, or improve most over the course of the year?
Yeah, it could be whether they're dog shit to good, or it could be just the scale of how important they are to the team just jumps a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I got
hear
one.
you. Go on.
All right, Trey has his idea first.
Kismet.
Good take, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I actually I fuck with that a lot. Yes.
I think I was going to steal that from you, but I can't. I mean, that's my.
I mean, you can because
that's
you
my
call him
lapdog.
Kismet every fucking time. That's my lapdog is insane.
No,
I
I'll throw another
think-
one out there. No, go on, Ace. Go next.
Oh, you have one? Go.
I mean, no cap, Snoopy. This is his year. He's stepping up. Finally, his 3rd year in
I
the
don't hate it.
CDL. He's got to deliver this year, if anyone's going to deliver. I think Boston could be a bit better than expected. Like, I'm not expecting them to set the world on fire, but I do think that, like, that team does need to be set up around Snoopy succeeding. The way that he plays the game on an SMG in a game that's the SMGs are kind of nice in right now. I think Snoopy can be a bit of a force. Just like from a most improved player perspective, the last couple of years he was bad for multiple reasons. We know the talent was there, but obviously he didn't know spawns. He forgot search and destroy strats. Like, you know, I think he cleans all that up this year, and he's a far more competent player.
On the same team, surprisingly, I actually have Big Wake as the most improved for the year. I think his rocker year.
Tough to get worse.
Yeah, his year. Yeah, his year was just. It just didn't look like him. It looked like a different guy was holding the controller. So, I think this year he's gonna be back in form, back in the game that fits his pace. Has some good sound whoring. That's all I'm gonna say. It has some good, some good earbuds there. So, Big Wake is gonna turn it around big time and be a valuable asset for Boston. And one of the reasons why, if they do take a few series, I think he's gonna have some consistent play this year. That's gonna really remind people why he's was a top-rated talent for a long time.
There's a few Marcel shouts in the chat as well. Like Beans he had a weird year last year, really. Obviously, he comes into, he ends up on Boston, then he ends up on the Ravens for the World Cup, and he was very inconsistent. So I think that's probably a decent shout as well. Like Beans will be better this year than he was last year because he's playing with a better team. He could be godlike. You never know.
People are saying Abuza, but Abuza was already good. Like I don't think that he wouldn't be most improved because he's already disgusting. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh.
You're muted.
Wow, Trey pressed the M button.
You're
you
me.
go.
Oh my
That's
God,
great.
Trey, you're me, dude.
I was coughing. Yo, get out of it.
Shit.
I think you can't really say abuser just because, yeah, he didn't have the greatest start to the year, but he wasn't running his role, his right gun. You
Yeah,
put him
for
on
sure.
the gun, he turned into a sick bastard. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I think you can't really say abuser. I think that goes with the same as Joe Deceives though, because he got dropped at the start of the year, put on the bench when challengers came back and fried. I think a sleeper pick for us is probably Slasher.
Listen, I was gonna say Slasher.
I wanted to say Slasher, but it's not like he was absolutely dog shit on his team. He just
exactly. That was exactly why I didn't say it.
But I think if we're strictly talking about someone who needs to come back and fry and like who's gonna do that, I think Slasher is one of them.
Yeah, I love that. I love that take. I love that take too. That was my other one. Besides, if Rab didn't scroll up to Boston and end up picking Snoopy, I don't think I would have been reminded that Awakening was there, and I was gonna pick Slasher.
I did want to change my Kismet shout because listen, like it's not like he had a terrible year. He just wasn't Bulldog. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the dog.
He was lapdog.
The other.
All right.
But
instead of MVP, I want best AR, best SMG, and then I want your MVP, which is probably between those two.
Are we gonna say them all at the same time or one at a time?
We can do one at a time. We'll start with SMG.
All right. Best. Oh, God damn it.
You can do AR.
Okay.
You can drop Cellium. You can drop Cellium. It's okay.
My best AR of the year, absolutely, Cellium. After EWC, I think there's a awakening out of him that this is the better way to play the game. The game is faster. I think his SMGs are going to be insane this year. It's going to open it up for him to be aggressive, open it up for him to really take over. Clearly, he's never been bad. He's always been good. He's always been MVP caliber. I think this is the year where it's undeniable that he deserves it. It should be everyone voting for him to be MVP. Cellium. I said MVP. I was supposed to say best AR, but I'm saying he's my MVP. Surprise! He's my MVP pick too.
Okay, all right. If he's doing that, you might as well say best SMG as well. Then you might as well list.
Yeah. Let me complete it. Yeah, best SMG. Best if they include snipers, which doesn't include SMG. Simp.
Oh my god.
If they don't include snipers, Hydra, 100%. No. Actually, no. I take it back. Take it back.
Right,
Best SMG of the year, Shotzzy.
You want to go, Trey, or want me to go?
You go. List you free. Go on, buddy. Go on, big boy.
All right. SMG of the year. It's going to be a toss-up between a couple of players. I think I like the boys on FaZe, but I think on this game, it's going to be between Shotzzy and Hydra. It's tough to pick, but I'm taking a Hydra, I think, for the entirety of the season. I think the way that he's going to be enabled by Envoy, mesmerizingly good already at this game. MVP candidate last year, no doubt about that. The AR, for me, I'm going Bruce. I'm going Dashy. I'm going with Dashy having a stellar season on his second year after winning the World Championship, right? Because this guy has got all the pressure off his back after taking the win. It can go one or two ways. He's either more motivated or less motivated. I think he's going to be on fire this year. I think the game suits Dashy very well. And my hot take, therefore, is that for the first time in many a year, we're going to see an AR MVP back on the menu, because for the last few years, it's been SMG. I don't know that on paper this game's already looking pretty damn nice for the Jackal, but I do think that there are situations and the way the maps are designed, the ARs are going to be able to capitalize. Dashy's going to play more for kills this year because that's what the game demands, rather than playing in the hardpoint a lot of the time. I think Dashy's going to be back to his best in terms of slaying, and I'm saying OpTic Dashy MVP of the season.
Best AR of the season. Scrap. Best SMG of the season. Abeezy.
Oh, I like it.
MVP. Scrap.
There we have it, ladies and
Interesting
gentlemen.
that we all had different MVP picks. That's actually kind of crazy. Dashy, Scrap.
Interesting we all went ARs as well, I think. But I actually think
that's
it's
also crazy too.
I actually think it is. I I actually buy that idea that it's going to be NAR this year. Just feeling the game.
I think it's what I said. It's such a fast-paced game that an AR is just going to take over.
Yeah, it should catch people running around.
I know people in the chat are going to be like, oh, he said fast-paced. Why is it not a sub? An AR on these types of games just takes over, man. Like,
yeah, once they learn their spots, they know the routes and stuff, it's over.
A BZ Treyarch game S&D where you need him to get his first blood, get in and out. This guy's going to be serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
I rate it big time. There we go. MVP caliber stuff done.
Ask also, I want champs winner before we close out because we did regular season. So
FaZe.
I want champs winner.
FaZe.
Thieves.
Cloud9.
I knew he was going to say it.
Wow. There's no OpTic back to back. I actually felt good. But I think this is the year that Scrappy gets his ring, Hydra gets his second ring, and he's coming for all the accolades. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nature's back on stage after 2022.
Let's go, brother. Let's go, brother.
He's still doing this. He'll still be doing this sub-a-fun, mate.
Yeah, he is. It's gonna keep going, man. But wait, do we have a draft too or no? Or was a draft?
We'll leave that. No? We'll leave that for today. I will just shout it out to the chat real quick that you guys, if you want to get involved over the next day or so, get involved in Breaking Point Fantasy. If you guys have seen like the snake drafts going on, we've been cooking up some masterclasses in here. You guys can join with your team. You can draft the players, and you can form some pretty damn cool teams. So this is like the boys have been working so hard on this over the last few months to get this ready to go. And here we are, a few days before launch. It's all been ready now for a couple of weeks. So if you guys have got some boys, get them in, run a draft board. You can also, one thing I want to note here, when you create the league, you can choose whether it's a season keeper or whether it's just for a specific major. So I think I'd recommend you just make one for Major 1, and then you can redo it after Major 1. You can make a season keeper too.
Or make multiple.
Or do
make multiple and invite your friends.
Absolutely. The website's not going to kick you off for using too much server power. So, yeah, there we have it.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, this is a good ep.
Absolutely, this is a good ep.
We went deep, bro.
Minus a few of the, El producer moments, but I had fun.
Yeah, I had fun. It's good to be back. We're live for 3 hours. Minus about 3 minutes downtime, but whatever. We do what we could.
We're gonna be back on the consistent grind. COD is back officially Mondays, possibly Fridays as well if the boys are down. But the same way we were last season, we're gonna kick it back in high gear. We're gonna be at the events. You already know how it is, man. COD is back and the boys are back. We gotta love it, man. We gotta love it. Absolutely.
Do you want to do the outros? I'm down.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Lindsay, by the way, in the TikTok stream. We just got a gift. We got a diamond gift. She sent a heart to me in the chat. So
thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart.
Bro, do the outro now. Do the outro now. Shut up. Do the outro now.
Hey, absolutely. From everyone here, from me, Rab, Trey, and obviously I'm Ace. Thank you for watching Dope Check. We appreciate your like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next Monday, same time for more Dope Check. We're out, boys. See ya.